We are the Gabbiest Gang. Love to talk all day. Don't know what we are saying on the League of Ridiculous.
Oh, you don't. I don't care. I just wanted you to make sure that you got it, and I thought of you guys at Christmas.
I don't want to cut the sticker.
Well, it literally says something about eating everything at Christmas. You're fine. Like, you do not have to open it now.
But I mean,
But you could.
No, you don't have to. Not at all.
It's a thing you gave to us, so we have to open it.
Okay. I mean, you don't.
You're here to enjoy it now.
Sure.
Instead of just like,
you could watch. You could watch the look of
delight.
Disapproval.
delight or
Joy.
disappointment on our
Please.
faces.
It's gonna be disappointment. There ain't
I don't
nothing in
know
them
how to
cards
not
except
rip
cards.
Pull the sticker off?
Well, that's what I thought too, but it's okay.
I don't know. The envelopes were old, so the sticky didn't work on them. That's why they all had tape on them, which I did not know until.
I'm gonna open up from the side.
That's what I was gonna do.
That's how I open all my mail.
Yeah, same here.
I started doing that, but sometimes I forget to tap it, and I end up just ripping whatever it is.
So mine is a Christmas card that has Santa's hat and a stocking. It says "Ho ho ho, warm wishes, holly jolly," and just like all around
Is
the
it
thing.
HOE?
I wish.
Just checking.
And it says
Even they thought that joke.
it says "Happy Christmas, Jordan." Oh, nice. That's my name.
Hey, yeah. Personalized. Nice.
Wishing you nothing but warm nights and happy memories. Merry Christmas. Eat and drink all the things. Leland.
Yeah, see, I
Aw.
know it's not.
Stephanie
you.
says, hey, smoke weed every day.
Mine says, "Be merry and Merry Christmas, Steph." You said Stephanie.
Yeah. That's your
I
name.
always
The full-
remember
the
when
full
people say
name.
Stephanie because usually people say Steph.
Well, it's Christmas. I respect the art.
There you go.
Of Christmas
Make your
carding.
holidays be bright, seasons best. Have a great holiday this year, Leland. Thank you. You're so sweet.
Thank you, Leland.
I'm gonna make you a card one day. Oh, dang it! I cut your. No, I can still see what it says.
It's all good. You know people who know my address.
Oh, that's true.
The address is totally fine on yours.
Also, you've been there.
Yeah. I know, and you totally downplayed
we-
your
yeah, we've seen
freaking
your
apartment and
palatial
whole
estate.
area.
I know.
We
You
can leave-
understand that I do pay 3/4 of that. Like, it's not like it's just mine.
Oh, but
No,
here's
I know,
here's
but
the thing,
in the
though.
I mean, you got so angry.
From-
like, you
from the
looked at me-
price.
you literally you looked at my face. You said, "I'm so angry. I can't look at you right now." I was like, I don't know why.
Because from the price that you told
Yeah,
me
we
that
figured
you
out
pay,
your rent.
Oh yeah, you did say how much you were.
Well, yeah, I told you what I pay. Yeah, it's not hard to figure out. There's only math.
yeah, and that's made me so mad.
For
Such
that
a prime
price,
location.
it's a real good place.
It's a really,
We've
really
had
good
a
place.
lot of problems.
All right, you have had termites, which has
and
sucked.
some other drama, and that's fine. But yeah, it's.
But what place don't have issues?
I mean,
That's
for
true.
that price, I will take a murder house. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Oh, I'm not complaining. Look, I live there, so I don't. I know it's a nice place.
Yeah.
But I also still don't have a room. Like I do.
I would take your room.
I would take your
My
room.
room is fine. I'm not saying,
Yeah.
but like it's still not a room, and I'm still never really quite.
It's not
comfortable
a-
into it.
Let me
it's not
That's
quote
fair.
unquote bedroom.
let me tell you about my room in college.
You should get those soundproofing things for your door.
I mean, that's just more money I don't have.
So
No,
I
you said great.
I lived in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment
With 6 other dudes.
with 3 other people.
Me and a stripper roommate.
And then our friend
was her
Chris, who had his own room. I lived in the living room. I had curtains up to block where my
You
room
had
was.
bed sheets.
Bed sheets, yes. And if I were to move the bed sheets, I'd look right into the kitchen.
Yeah, I did the same. I
Yeah.
mean, I wasn't the unfortunate party who lived in the dining room with a bed curtain, but I've done that.
Yeah.
I lived on a couch for a few months.
Yeah.
Look, I'm
I've
just
shared
saying,
a
like,
room.
you guys just seem so angry at something that I was just like, okay.
It was a mixture of anger and pride.
I mean, I am in my 40s.
Jealousy.
I do
Yes.
have to start taking care of my shit. You know what I mean? Like, look, if I can get rid of half the stuff in that place, it'd be better. I mean,
I think it's like we talked about it. It's
Yeah.
very well
Decorated, themed.
Yeah.
yeah, none of it's mine.
what's a
Nothing at all.
curated.
There
It's
is?
very well curated.
Yes, it's very well curated. Yes.
Yeah, it's just all Scott. Like, none of that's mine.
I mean, your room is
He
good
has
too.
3 rooms.
aware, but
Yeah.
it looks good, and your room looks good.
Yeah, well, I'm trying. I don't have a lot of stuff, so.
Are you trying to go like full minimalist?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be, but like, I'm a comic book collector. It's a little hard to be full minimalist.
It's against our nature.
You're just like, I mean, I've cut down on a lot of the comics that I buy, like, because a lot of it's just shit.
Oh,
That's fair.
It is what it is.
I say that like I read comics.
That's fine. I know. I was gonna buy you a comic, or like, I don't know, for your birthday or something. It's just like, bitch, don't read.
Do it. Just do it.
I also couldn't think of what to get you. Like, I was like, I don't know.
I like Superman. I like Batman. I like Spider-Man.
Oh
He likes
shit!
Amazon.
I got okay. Here. You like Superman, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say you hate the Klan, right?
Yeah.
There's
Not
a
a
book
huge fan of the Klan.
No one should be. There's a book right now called
Plenty of people are.
Too many.
I know. There's a book right now called Superman Smashes the Klan.
All right.
It's pretty good.
Wait,
you
in
know
what
what he
sense?
does? Smashes the Klan.
Again, in what sense?
He fucks them all.
Okay.
You know what? Someone else said that at the store yesterday, and I looked at him like, clearly it's not what it is. And he goes, well, it's a joke. I said, no, I got the joke. I know that smash is another term for fucking. I'm not that old, but it's Superman. He don't fuck the Klan. So, just relax. Superman don't do that. He makes love to the Klan.
Sweet, gentle love.
Sweet, gentle love.
Superman is a consent lover.
With that alien cock. Anyway.
It's barbed like a cat.
Gross.
How was he able to procreate with Lois? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh,
He's-
he was.
Yeah, how did he not break her?
He was depowered when conception happened. They were trapped in an alternate dimension at the time.
Is that what it's called when you're soft?
It was.
I'm gonna say that from now on.
It was for that day.
I'm sorry, girl. I can't do it right now. I'm depowered.
oh no.
There's some red sun here. I don't.
I'd like to point out I was listening to your last week's episode. Stephanie, or Steph, excuse me. Steph decided to watch one of my favorite terrible movies, Burlesque.
I listened to your guys' movie issues.
I apologize. And
I enjoyed it.
I would like to. You said this twice. Now, granted, I have not finished the conversation. I can foresee how it's going to go, but the bar takes place on like Santa Monica or Sunset in downtown
That's
LA.
why I was confused.
You kept saying, "Oh, well, it's like the pier by the water." I was like, "Bitch, where's water to you in LA?"
I thought there was water.
There was
I was
no.
so confused.
There's some view, and
yeah,
like
there's
everyone
a view
thinks
that
view
I
is in
swear
like
it was
water.
like at
Sure.
the end, and then there was water, and I was like,
What is
okay.
the view of? I totally
Downtown
forgot.
Hollywood,
Okay, I
where there
forgot
is
what-
no
Was that
water.
a valley? Because there was no
It's a
lights
valley,
there.
yeah.
Oh, that's why. I just saw
you-
dark and assumed water.
You're yelling.
I haven't seen
sorry.
the
You
movies, I
said it
just went with
twice. You were like, "Well, there's the water," and I was like, "What is she
I
thinking?"
swear I saw water view.
Oh no,
So
baby
I was
girl,
like
that's
the
the sky.
waterfront.
I mean,
The
they may
waterfront.
go to another point and look out over something, and there could
I
be
mean,
water.
you guys also
But-
pointed there's no sense of time in the
Uh,
movie.
yeah, there's no sense of time.
absolutely no
Yeah.
sense of time because I was thinking about that too. I was like, okay, this girl found out she was pregnant and got married, and this is supposed to happen all in when?
unknown.
3 months, right?
marks.
That's when babies
Yeah.
come out.
And then you guys were talking about the stage, and I know you kept saying like, I'm pretty sure they have what is it? Someone making the stage downstairs. I don't know. There was a lot that you guys said.
Set building?
You were talking about the sets and how
I wasn't
like,
there.
That
Yeah,
was
you were
spooky.
movie.
No, that was spooky.
Oh, sorry.
I know we sound alike.
Oh.
It's like how he sounds like exactly like Seth
Wait,
Green.
stop.
Oh.
Are you really still doing this?
Doing what?
No, but you guys were talking about like how
Steven's having a good time.
Jesus Christ, how the sets were always
It's
different,
throwbacks,
which
guys.
is true,
Yeah.
and how the stage and whatever always looks different every time it shows the stage. Like where'd you come up with this? And there was a lot of stuff that I
This
noticed.
movie has a lot going on in it.
And you know what?
But
yeah.
you nailed the line, though, that I love to say repeatedly.
Yeah.
though. Yeah. I mean, you've
She-
heard me say it enough times.
Hers was good.
Yeah, no, it was solid.
Oh, I
mean,
can't do yours. What was it?
Motherfucker,
No, I mean, the trick to a really good Cher imitation is you gotta
Not
like
quite enunciating.
grapes
anything.
in your
well,
mouth.
well, no, you just gotta do like a real piss poor imitation of Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
I can't even do Buffalo Bill.
But it's kind of just like, and then you just kind of turn into like, what the fuck?
She a real fat lady.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, but it's like the thing that I remember we talked about most is like Kristen Bell is supposed to be her partner, and you're not quite sure if she's supposed to be her age or close to her age or not her age at all, because she's lived a life. She's just like, oh, she's been in and out of rehab for like 20 years. You're like, you're like 20.
Yeah, you're not
like,
that old.
It is a shame that you put Kristen Bell in a movie, someone who we all know can sing like Broadway, and they don't give her a song.
Oh, good Lord. That's what she looks like in the movie? I really need to watch this movie. No, sorry, Kristen Bell.
Yeah, she got dark hair. It looks really weird.
She look good.
But it's just weird, like, and it's all covers. And then Christina, and then Cher, like, was like, I get 2 numbers. Okay. And she's the only one.
Music didn't fit.
No.
Yeah. They just wanted Cher to sing, because why would they not let her sing?
Well, no, you hire Cher, she's going to sing.
Exists.
Yeah, realistically,
Yeah,
once she signs on, everybody signs on.
Which is weird, because she's not even the most famous person at that time. In that movie.
Delana dated one of the bartenders in the movie.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I remember that.
There
was like Alan Cummings in it, and he's got like 4 scenes. She was like, why are you here? Like, were you cutting room floor?
He is definitely friends with Cher.
Julianne Hoogh's in this movie, too?
The scene that you're talking about.
Most of the women actresses who could sing were in that movie somewhere.
Huh. But they don't get screen time or any numbers. They're just background at best. Yeah.
I forget the guy or where he's from, but there's another guy that's known in there. He's one of the extras. He has like he has a scene where they're doing like the balancing things. Or do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but
I forget his name.
It's all good.
But I just remember watching that part, and there was a weird scene. I think it was when they were getting married, that he just sticks his head into the screen and like winks, and then moves out of.
Like breaking the fourth wall?
Yeah. Do you remember that
I don't
part?
remember, but you would have clocked that if it happened. I mean,
I thought if you vaguely talked about, I'm sure.
I just think what's very funny is that the guy who wrote and directed it was the guy that was Troy in Goonies. If you're familiar with Goonies at all, I know Steph's not, but like,
hey, he hasn't watched the Goonies. I have.
Wait, Diana Agron's in this movie?
But do you know anything about it?
I know the little Asian guy. I know the truffle shuffle.
Oh Lord,
Steph, how did you not tell me that Diana
get that shit
Agron's
from
in this
memes.
movie?
Which one is that? Is that the girl from
Glee? Diana Agron, the blonde chick. What's her face? Gets pregnant by Finn and Puck.
Oh,
you can't get pregnant by 2 different people. I mean,
Diana
you can,
Agron,
but it's
in the middle,
real rare.
right next to Stanley Tucci.
I didn't even know she was in there.
Apparently
Who is she?
is.
Like I said, there's a lot of people in there, but they have no scenes or dialogue.
She's Natalie, apparently.
Yeah. So anyway.
How old is Diana Agron? Hang on.
42.
She's 80. She's 33. Damn, she's 33. She don't look 33.
I like how Jordan's just in his own conversation.
It's all good.
Jordan's doing his own podcast
honestly,
over
we
there.
went on about this movie a little longer than I thought we would.
Let me see. I have to look up that guy's name because it's going to bug me.
Okay, well, she's doing that.
Oh, no, go ahead. You guys can go ahead.
She'll pop up within a couple minutes.
Yeah, I know.
So you had more thoughts about the podcast?
No, that was it. I just I was like, I just thought it was
we missed the Leland thoughts segment. When you
really
were up to
far
date.
behind on your guys' podcast. I was telling him the other day, I was like, you guys are too damn long, and I don't know where you guys are going sometimes, the conversations.
No, neither do we.
Sure,
we don't plan it.
There's no plan here. Yeah.
I'm aware. That's mostly just upset I'm not here to be with the meandering.
And like for the
what is
last...
that you're holding?
Alan
pill
Cumming.
case?
That's his name.
But
Yeah,
Go
they were
we
talking
said
about him
that.
earlier.
I didn't hear you guys.
We're on mic.
Steph is also doing her own podcast.
Yeah. Who's Mike?
Mike?
Yeah, you said Mike?
Who said Mike?
I said we're on mics.
Oh, okay. I thought you said talking.
What?
Something
All right,
Leland's-
we need to be doing the same podcast.
Yeah, okay, let's
roommate-
start over.
What was that? What were you
Us
doing?
starting
I
over.
guess that was the like a tape
Was that the
rewind.
theme?
Yeah.
Okay.
like-
Oh, yeah. Make that sound again.
I can't.
I had this kid come into the store the other day, and I say kid because he was like 23 or 4.
That's a kid to you?
Oh, we got a kid
Yes.
story after this.
It is anything below 30 to me is a kid. You guys are kids to me.
Nah,
Well,
we're
okay.
both 30.
Still kids. But you're my kids.
Oh.
No, it was like this. He was definitely from another country. I'm leaning towards like Spain.
Oh,
because
España.
he had like a real thick accent,
Hello.
but he was like white as white can be.
Yeah, no, that happens.
And he had like a real weird name that I could not say, but he asked about something. I didn't have it. So he walked out and he came back in and he was like, do you mind if I interview you for school? I was like, I guess. I'm like on camera?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no. I'm like, all right, then cool. You know?
Yeah.
And he pulls up his phone and he was like, how long have you been doing comics? Like, are you into comics? Stuff, general
Yeah.
basic
Yeah.
comic book
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And then he hits me at the end with like, what is worst thing you've done? And I was like, oh, we took a real left turn in
Like,
Albuquerque. I was not prepared for that
Do you,
question.
do you not remember me?
I was like, yeah. Dude, I'm like, did I?
That summer
Did I escort
when you hit someone on the rainy bluffs.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. And he
I
hit me with the
returned.
spot. I really
I know what you
couldn't
did that
think of
summer.
anything to say, and I was just like, I don't know.
And it wasn't like in the context of like, what's the worst thing you've done in this store?
No,
like,
no. Oh, because I got. But like, no, yeah. It was just in the like, what's
We've
worse
all
than
jerked
you?
off at work, right?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Not my current job, though.
I was like, what have you done bad in life that you feel bad about? I was like, I don't know if I feel. No, I feel bad. But anyway, I was.
What
just-
was your answer?
I just
Killed
told him
a
about
man.
when I killed a man in Reno. I mean, everybody knows that. No, I just told him about like when I stole from Sam Goody when on my last day, because I still do feel bad about that.
Do
but
you?
yeah, a little bit. I don't because in my brain is like I was a thief for like a day.
I didn't steal from Sam Goody, but I did steal from comics and stuff when I worked for them.
Oh, as you should. Fuck that.
But only on the last day.
We have a surprise for you, Leland. Sam Goody, come on in.
I think the statute of
Goody
limitations is real good on that. But I mean, this thing is like almost 23 years ago at this
What
point.
did you steal?
Wait, 23 years ago? That's how old that kid was.
Literally, I know. I told my, I said, oh, I stole some CDs, and he looked at me, and I said, well, CDs were little round things that used to play music on, and he goes, I know what CDs
I know-
are. And I was
that's
like,
how-
oh, all right.
That's how I was born.
I was like, just checking.
CDs are still around.
Honestly, I don't remember what I stole. I don't.
I am the CD of garbage that you stole.
I mean, I only stole like 3 things or 5 things, something like that. I was just like, all right, everybody else is doing it. I'll do
like
it too.
Oh, 03, I think, was your last year.
No, man. It was like
02?
No, 01, because I went to college. I left. For
was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I left for Florida right after like 9/11, like a couple weeks after that.
God, did we only work together for like 2 years?
Yeah, a lot happened in them 2 years, bro.
Huh. Yeah, I guess so.
What do you
And
mean
I-
only? That's a long
That's
time.
a long time.
I mean, it felt longer.
Yeah,
Like,
well.
I worked at Sam Goody for like 3 years, and I know you weren't there for all that.
No,
Did we work at the Grossmont Mall together?
no, but I did do that as
Okay.
well at one point.
Okay.
That's how we knew Tammy.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just confusing
Yeah.
you with other people.
Thank you.
I'm putting your visage on other people in my
Got it,
memories
got it.
because I want them to be you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll go with
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so you asked me that. I was just like, oh, okay. And I
He's
should
disappointed in your answer.
he kind of looked like, oh, you've not killed a man. I was just like, no.
Why would you have
You
that
don't remember
recorded?
me, Leland?
Yeah, I was like, I was like, why?
We have his confession right here.
I was
Interpol.
I was kind of like,
Under arrest.
I kind of felt like, I hope you get an A. Like, I didn't know what the question was, but then I had this weird thought. I'm like, what if there was no class? Like, he
Yeah.
just was really
wanted
into
your
me
voice.
and he didn't know how to talk.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll pretend to have a conversation
That's
to
real
get to know
complex.
you with you. Yeah, I know. I was alone at work all day. He was real dead.
Yeah.
Things happen when I'm not working.
But like, were the questions like getting to know you questions, or were they just
Kind of. I mean, they were like getting to know you questions as far as like, you're a comic book proprietor. What made you like? What got you into comics? Like,
but the
what's your
questions
favorite
never-
movie? Stuff like
What's your
that. That's
favorite
getting to
color?
know you,
Okay.
but also they're general questions for a comic.
You never
book
asked
star.
like, what's your favorite color?
What's your favorite color person?
I would have looked dead in the eye and said white.
Oh, you done fucked up. The answer is not to reply at all.
Oh, is
You
that?
didn't get far enough in the podcast to learn that one.
My other reply is I'm colorblind. I don't know.
Also found out that's now the wrong answer.
Why is that the wrong
We can't
answer?
answer that way anymore.
Why? No, just general. I don't know.
Because it denies the experience of colored people.
Wait, saying what?
But But isn't that a
I'm
term
colorblind. I
we?
don't see- I
But
don't
isn't it
see
a term
color.
we don't want to use?
Yeah. Like when you say that, I'm colorblind. I don't see color. That's denying the color of our skin and our experiences because we're minorities and all that and all this stuff.
Oh my God, you're ruining my joke when I tell people I'm colorblind. Like it's just,
But I mean, you're literally colorblind. So.
I am, but it still ruins the joke.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, our society is so trigger worthy right now. I can't even handle it anymore. Like I made a joke the other day, and I almost stand by it. And one of the customers was like, "Oh, how was your weekend?" This is right after World War III may or may not have started.
Yeah.
And I said, it was great. I said, I always wondered why I couldn't communicate better with my grandparents. It's now, I also can say I may live through a world war like they did. So now we can all, talk together. And he looked at me and he's like, I never thought about it that way. You're right. I now can go home and ask my grandma something.
You are helping people make connections.
I was like,
with
I'm good.
the greatest generation.
And then one of my other customers was like, no, it's not going to be World War III. It's going to be like Gulf War Light. And I was like, no, it's not at all.
I don't think you know what the Gulf War-
Everything
the
is
Gulf is.
totally different. It's more like war.
Yeah.
There's
Straight up.
There's a graphic my roommate put up that shows like between like the 70s to current how much of your lifetime the U.S. has been at war.
We've been at war with North Korea for about 40, 50 years straight.
I mean, we have the treaty or the
Yeah, but it's not an
ceasefire.
in-the-war treaty. It's just like, hey, you
Yeah.
stay on your side. It's Red
But
Rover,
it's
but with
clearly-
rules.
It's clearly not counting.
Yeah.
Because at 82, my year is right at 50-50.
Yeah.
It's where the tide turns. Before that, the majority of people's lives were not at war. And after that, the majority of people's lives are
Well,
at
remember,
war.
you and me, we actually lived during the Cold War.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think by...
that was real
Wear a
wild.
jacket.
I mean, it's...
Oh God.
I've been waiting off that. I'm sorry. It seemed like a great opportunity.
I mean, I've only got 6 years of the
I'm
Cold
more
War.
mad that I didn't think of it.
You know better, though.
Not to use that joke, you're right, I do.
But I've only got like 6 years of the Cold War. The wall falls. I'm still a child. I don't have like recollection. Like I know the pop culture fallout of it.
But I remember the wall
And
falling.
I remember like nuclear attack drills.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they still do earthquake drills.
Yeah, but they're
But, like-
totally different now, though.
Are they?
Yeah, you're not supposed to go into the desk like they taught us.
Because desk ain't strong enough.
Yeah, desks aren't strong enough. I think the new
Is
one
that-
is they have you line the walls out in the hallway.
That's the map I really like in Call of Duty.
Earthquake?
No, the one
The nuclear
the
war?
nuke place, Nuketown,
That was
Is that what it
that was in Black Ops. That's
Black Ops. There
not
you
in the
go.
current Call of Duty.
Yeah, so I think they take you outside and line you up in the hallway.
But like, do you rush there? Like when the bell goes off, what are you
Let's
supposed to
be
do?
honest. If there's an earthquake, all hell's going to
Yeah,
break
no,
loose. It doesn't
granted.
matter what the drill is. You're not going to do
But like,
it.
all
You
right,
gotta
for,
go
Run outside.
underneath the
For you
tree.
two.
The
The
tree
worst thing you
underneath
do.
the.
for you
The
for you
archway.
two, when you have the earthquake drill and the bell rings, what's the first thing you do?
I would still
Get
have
on
it
the
in
ground.
the desks.
No. What's the first thing you're supposed to do that they tell you? What is the drill? The drill itself.
Yeah,
When the bell rings, do they just tell you everybody mob to the walls?
No.
No, they
get on
told
your
us to
desks.
get under the desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Fetal
you,
position, hand over neck.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
kiss your ass
you
goodbye.
get into line and leave and go out into the
Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm
field.
just telling you. I know that that's not the rules.
I mean, it might
anymore,
not be
but
now, 'cause
but
even
it-
they're
but
like,
maybe
they're
it is.
30.
I mean, you
Yeah.
guys were only in school. I don't know, 10 years ago,
less. Wait, no, you guys had your 10-year, didn't you?
right?
Yeah.
We both had
So
it.
I mean,
3
so
years ago?
give or take, I don't know. It's just
3
Yeah,
years
no,
ago.
it could-
you
it
were in
definitely
school
be-
3 years ago.
No, 3 years ago was when we had our 10 year.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. You're right.
I don't know. I'm just going off of what people told me. I don't know if that's
Did
true.
you guys ever have to do active shooter drills?
Yeah,
No,
that's
now,
the
see,
one
now
where you
that
go
is-
under the window.
that's what
Now
we-
that is something we did not experience
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we were out of high school before Columbine.
No, I
happened.
was still in high school.
right, but like you're
I'm a
like,
junior, yeah.
yeah.
And like the first
but they still
one,
didn't have
the
any
next-
drills after that,
yeah,
right?
The next one doesn't happen for a while.
yeah.
And then my school is one of them.
Oh shit!
I remember because I accidentally opened the door.
Oh god!
Why would you
it
do that,
knocked,
Steph?
and I was just like, oh, okay. And I opened it, and it was the vice principal, and he said, close that door now. And I was like, okay.
Why would you open the door?
Because it just knocked.
And were you
That's
just
the
the,
first
like-
instinct that came to my
Were you
head.
just the one who was next to the door?
Yeah.
All right, so you need to like walk over to the door.
I would
Yeah.
be like, don't yell at me.
Yeah, because they specifically tell you do not open the door when you hear
Yeah.
the knock.
Also, you know what? If I'm a guy with a gun, I'm not going to knock.
It's also true. But
Like,
also,
knock, knock. Are you kids hiding in there from death?
Who's
Let me
there?
come in.
but
You know,
here's always the thing that got me about the active shooter drills. You're teaching the active shooter what the drills are.
He's got a point there.
I mean, there is. Look,
They're gonna be
let's be
down.
honest. There's a lot of flaws with the system.
Yeah.
but we are doing what we can with the limited information that we
It's
have due
the
to this
theater of security.
Yeah.
You know what's the messed up thing? In my English 101 class, I actually wrote an essay on the Columbine shooting.
Under what context?
It was I forgot why we had what essays we were writing, but I wrote about that.
I mean,
There's a real good podcast I like to listen to called Last Podcast on the Left. Have
yeah.
you heard of it?
I've heard of it. I never listened
They
to it.
do a 3-part Columbine episode. Fascinating. You learn a lot of different things that have only come out in the last couple years.
Yeah.
That you kind of go, huh? If someone would have just stopped and thought
Yeah.
for a few moments, a lot of things could have been prevented.
Yeah.
It's easy to look back at things now and say that in
Sure.
retrospect, but
Yeah.
I don't know, if you got 3 hours and you want to hear about terribleness, I mean, it's interesting.
I mean,
or you can listen to 1.5 of this podcast.
Oh, I don't think we're terrible. I mean, I don't
No,
think
we're-
you guys are
but
terrible.
1.5 is 3 hours.
it's true.
I don't know, man. I don't do math.
We're aware.
So earlier, before we got here, we had a short incident with some youths.
Yeah.
Some Utes.
How old would you say the youths are?
Well, enough that they had a backpack on some high school.
Maybe they were high schoolers. I don't know.
I mean, I had a backpack at
Well, they had.
5,
it was
I
a
mean, I
group of kids with backpacks
Okay.
that I assumed were in high school.
Yeah,
because I don't
something.
think they're any younger.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we were leaving. This is at Fashion Valley Mall. We were leaving the makeup store that I wanted to go to.
Fashion Valley. So they
And
were
it-
rich kids.
no, they
I don't
didn't look
think
it.
so. They don't look like it.
we don't really have a rich mall anymore.
Yeah, we
Fa-
do.
Fashion,
It's UTC. Oh, also Fashion Valley.
Ooh.
Yeah.
fashion is upscale.
UTC.
Like we
Has
passed.
it come back?
Yo,
Dude.
UTC is so fucking lit right now.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my
You haven't
God.
gone there?
UTC
Oh, it's a
is full
whole-
of nothing but rich
Like
Asian
UT
and rich white people.
it is-
That mall is
crazy.
useless. It has nothing good in it.
UTC?
Yeah.
No, it has
Oh.
everything
Oh,
now.
no, man.
It is
Oh,
the
yeah.
best mall in San Diego.
Yeah.
Oh.
LORC goes to UTC.
Take it to the bank. That is the best mall in San Diego.
That may be the first attainable thing that
Let's
we've
do
said on
it.
this podcast.
We'll do that.
Their
this
food
month.
court has food places that you're
Google
like,
Din Tai Fung.
I would never be here.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's really
And
good.
a panda
It's
because
changed a lot.
there's always a panda.
There's always a parent.
As a dude that goes to way too many malls, I can tell you that UTC is the best mall in San Diego.
All right. But yeah, all right. So you ran into some Utes.
Yeah, so we're just walking by, and there's just this gang of youths. They're just hanging out, like smoking
They're
their
like
vapes,
right. Yeah.
smoking their jewels.
We noticed them because Jordan was just like, "Look at these kids," and then
Look at
we
these
just
fucking
walked
kids.
by, and then
so I,
This
I'm
misty
like,
cloud.
so I'm just like checking my watch to see how much time we have, and then one of these kids like steps up to Steph and says something.
yeah, I don't know what he said to me. I don't know if he said "What's up" or what did you
Like,
hear?
what's up, girl?
I don't
How
know.
you living?
He said,
Like
"What's
it
up?"
looked
Something.
like he
I don't
was
know what he
trying
said.
to holler, but I was confused because I was just like, first of all, I'm not just by myself. And he walked right up to me, and I was like, "Is he talking to us?" And you're like, "I don't think he's talking to us." And I was like, "There's no one else around us for him to be talking to."
But it was weird. But
Also, you don't do no scrubs.
also
Not
that.
true.
But like, it was one of the times where I was thinking to myself, like, am I gonna have to throw some hands? Like, is this
What's this kid
happening
about
today?
to do? And will I have to fight him about
Yeah,
it?
basically.
I was just really
then
confused because
we-
I was like,
we just-
dude, I'm 30. Like,
Yeah.
who do you think I am? You think
Yeah,
that I'm
but
just
this-
wearing a
this little
backpack because
18-year-old
I go to
hollering at
school?
you.
Nah,
I-
it holds my shit.
I get it. I'm wearing red chucks and like a red sweater. But
That's what I thought on our way
like-
back. I was like, maybe they thought you banged.
But at the
I
same
don't
time,
know.
it's just like,
But
motherfucker,
Fashion Valley?
it's 2020. It's Fashion Valley. I'm 30 years old.
That's another
I have
thing.
way better
The
things to do with
closest
my
high
time.
school is like a wave.
Yeah, it's
So-
all the way in Linda Vista.
I'd
like,
like to point out they use a lot of terms I've not heard.
well, okay, pick them. Which ones?
Bang?
I throw
Lit.
some hands.
Oh, fight.
Oh no, I picked it up. I'm just saying I've not heard these terms. I've never heard anyone in any way actually use the term. Did this guy try to holla?
Oh yeah.
But I will try to use that whenever I can.
I'm a holla.
I've never heard that in the terms that she has presented. Like,
How have
oh, no,
you heard
he
it then?
like holla at your boy. You know, that's all I got.
Leland's
you know?
never seen our hood sides.
Oh yeah.
Just ever watched Chappelle Show?
Dude, it's been so long.
Oh, that's fair.
Look, there are two good Chappelle. I mean, there's a lot of them, but I really
There's
only like
way
two.
more than two.
There's way
And
more
if it
than
ain't
two.
those two, I don't quote those.
So Rick James and which else?
Prince.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's so good.
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy.
Everything with
man.
Charlie Murphy.
Oh goddamn. Pancakes, bitches. It's just.
Rest in peace, Charlie Murphy and Prince.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Fuck
and
that,
Rick
dude.
James. I mean, all of them.
Well, Rick.
Well, I mean, cocaine's a hell of a drug. He lived like fast.
He is
He was a mess.
poor Linda Blair.
But yeah, so after we keep walking because I just ignored them because I didn't know what the fuck they said to us.
That's what
Yeah.
You
keep
just
walking.
ignore children like
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, so we just kept walking. We went, Steph got some Wetzel's pretzels. Then we're walking back to the car, and we see the same group of kids get stopped by security guards, and they're
Yeah.
getting kicked out of the mall.
Because they're just like jumping in people's faces, hollering at them.
I don't know.
I don't know what
I
they're
really
doing, but
don't
they
know
got
what
kicked
he
out of the
said.
mall.
All right, so
He
let
got
me.
close enough that I looked at him like, what?
All right, so from a perpendicular angle, from the side, he approached you.
yeah,
Yeah.
You
like
didn't have to-
this close.
You didn't have to move out of your way to walk by him.
No.
He just came up to your
Yeah,
side,
he walked directly up to us.
said something, may or may not have included the word holla.
Yeah, I don't know. What
Yeah,
I
I
said.
have no idea. I thought he said, "Do you bang?" But I don't think that's it.
I don't know that term either.
Like, are you in a gang? Are you a
Yeah,
gang
Do you
banger?
bang? Do you gang banger?
So we just got rid of all full words. We're just
Yeah.
saying abbreviations at this point.
Which is
I mean-
odd because I think a gang bang is also like you
Oh,
you bang
no, it's
this girl
something
in the
different.
back. Yeah, that's what I
You know,
thought.
there's context. Context is
Yeah.
king here.
Yeah.
No, that's funny. Last week we had a group of like 5 kids come in skateboards
Yeah,
in the store, and they were like between I don't know probably 13 and 16 tops.
yeah.
And they kind of just walked around for a bit, and then they all like sat on the sofa.
That's right in front of the register.
Right, and I stood up and I was like,
You can't just.
you guys just chilling? And they're like, yeah, man. I can't have you just chilling. in
Like
here."
nobody walked further in to
No.
look at books. They're just like,
I was
hey, I
like-
know a spot that's got a couch.
Kinda. I was like,
Yeah.
you guys can't just chill here. And they're like, oh.
You can't even read the comic.
They're like,
I know that.
okay. They're like, okay, bro. So they got up and left, and as they were leaving, like the shortest of all of them, it just kind of like yells. It's just like every time we go into a place, they kick us out. I was like, yeah, because you're not buying anything.
It's always
I
the smallest
get
one.
it. I understand. I used to do the
scrappy dude
same
with the
thing when
bunch.
I was
Yeah.
a kid. You want to go somewhere, but you don't want to go home because your parents are there.
That's why you go to the mall.
And that's
Go
what
to
I
a
said.
Starbucks.
I kind of felt like going. And there's one right on the street. I was like, go
But
to
you
the
gotta you
Starbucks,
can't
go to
sit
the
in
mall.
Starbucks for too long without a drink.
You get a
that's
water.
That's yeah, they got in trouble for that. Go to the library. I don't know. Get the fuck
Yeah,
out of my
man.
store. You want to be surrounded by books and be quiet? You go to a library. I don't know.
Yeah.
They didn't want to be quiet.
Yeah, but they weren't saying anything either. It was a really
There's
weird-
all on their
Really?
phones.
It's really
yeah,
awkward.
yeah. They all kind of just sat there on their phones. I'm like, are you guys not?
And this
hanging
is
out?
recent.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 days ago.
Okay, so it's not like it's hot out and they had to get out of the sun and cool
No,
off.
no.
Yeah,
It's
they
it's
just-
71 degrees.
It's just street youths just roving
I
about.
tell you about the lady who yelled at her reflection.
What?
Okay, so I'm at the counter and I see clearly a woman. I don't want to say she's homeless because she looked clean, but she was definitely wearing an attire that led me to believe homeless.
Oh, Burbank homeless. Okay.
Possibly. I mean, yes. So she. But he's not wrong. So she walked by the store and she was talking to herself out by on the corner, and she didn't come in yet, but I could hear her like "fuck you, fuck you,"
Yeah, just yelling
And I was
out.
just
Is the door open?
no, that's how loud it was. And I thought it was someone having an argument. So I like peeked out the window and I just saw her standing there
Trying
yelling.
to check out the drama.
And I was just like, oh, okay, it's just LA crazy. So, and she fucked off and walked on.
Yeah.
About an hour or 2 hours later, I see her coming back up the block. And I was like, oh, gosh, she's still going at it.
Yeah.
And she's like, walks right into the store. Like,
Oh,
not even
no.
not like she stopped and looked at the door and was like, I'm going to go in here right now. Like, no, she
Like
made
it's her home.
Like a beeline across the street, walked right in like she was coming in there to get her new Supergirl. Walked right in, turned around, stares at her reflection in the window of my store, and starts screaming at her reflection. She's the only one in there. I was like,
Wait, there's no other customers.
no other
There's
customers.
just you,
just me, and
this
crazy
woman,
lady,
and her reflection.
and yes, so 3 people, and she's yelling, "Fuck you, you fucking cunt! I will fucking kill you! I will burn you to the ground!" And she's
Ma'am, can you please leave?
kind of. So
I mean, do you want
No.
to? Though?
I
Like,
so
think
I
I
had.
would-
that kind of crazy. You kind
I
of
think
just
I
have
would
to,
sink to the ground.
I did for the first 2 seconds, and then when she started talking about burning things, I was like, okay. So I had my hand 9-1. Like, I'm ready. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh no, this can go anytime. And she's, fuck. And I said, ma'am, and she's yelling at the wall. So Steph, you are on my
Okay.
right side. So you are me in this situation.
Okay.
And I am the woman yelling. And she's like, pause.
She just holds one
She's
finger up.
one
to
finger
hush-
up as
to
she's
hush
screaming,
Leland.
like to kind of like, let me tell this bitch off. And she just goes, wait.
I'm not done with this one.
Yeah.
Let me
Fuck
handle
you,
this.
fuck you,
Let me
fuck
handle
you.
this.
Puts
You're
your finger down,
next.
walks out, carries on like it was just a normal thing to happen.
That's so weird.
It was
that
weird,
made
and-
me uneasy.
And I was just kind of like, huh.
That's awesome.
Well,
an
that
adventure.
just happened.
That's really
I was
I'd
like,
loved
why
it.
is no one else in the store when this shit happens? That's the shitty part.
I'd have loved it if, like, you interrupt her argument with herself. She stops and just looks over and she says, "I feel Grant Morrison's overrated," and just walks
Oh,
out.
that would be amazing. Yeah, right? Oh, God.
And you're like, fair.
I mean, yeah,
You know that
she
guy?
got a good point, but
Okay,
she didn't stay to elaborate on it.
okay, you
Now
know,
I want her to stay.
okay, you know that guy in Ant-Man? There's Paul Rudd,
Michael Pena.
Michael Pena,
yeah.
T.I.,
Oh, the third guy.
The Russian
the
guy.
white guy,
Yeah.
or the guy that's like Russian or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's a comic book writer and an actor.
Oh.
Yeah, who knew? So he wrote this comic, and he came in the other night, and apparently Amy knows him, and Amy's my coworker, and she's like, "Oh, hi, Dave," and they hug and have a good time, and he goes, "Hey, Leland," and I was like, "Bitch, I don't know you." I was like, I kind of was like, have we met? And then it occurred to me, oh no, he's come in a lot and probably talked to me. I never knew he was the guy from Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, hey, what's up, Dave?
That's just not what he looks like.
I
out
guess.
of-
No, he looks like that dude all the
Oh,
time.
okay, so it just straight up never dawned on
no,
you.
not at all. He wrote it. Are you looking at
Yeah,
it?
David Dasmishin.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Very lovely. But I just thought it was so funny. Like, he was just like, hey, what's up, bro?
I've seen him in like
Oh,
random
he's done lots of things. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to look at this too.
Okay.
Yeah, he wrote a comic book called Count Crowley.
Count Crowley.
It's kind of like a TV horror host actually fights monsters.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad. It's going to be a 4-issue thing. Anyway. But I thought it was just funny. Like, you see people, but you don't know them.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Speaking of Count, have you started watching Dracula?
No, I have not.
Oh,
but,
that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
But since we're going to start talking about vampires, let's just lead off that. Yeah, no, I have not watched Dracula. Have Anthony Dracula? Have you watched
Yeah,
it?
I watched it all. I'm done.
My dad liked the first episode. I read a review that made me very more interested because it was not a very favorable review.
Yeah. Okay.
The review just talked about his accent for like 3 paragraphs. And I was like, you need to calm down on that. Like,
Yeah.
that's not important to this plot, I don't think.
Yeah.
I was like, did they get the nuance of the book?
Like I only got.
No?
I'm like.
It's not really the book.
It's not. It's
Okay.
not the book at all.
Yeah.
I'm like 20-ish minutes into the second episode. I will say the first episode, fucking phenomenal. It's really, really good.
Okay, cool.
What if
cool.
you don't know much about Dracula?
Doesn't matter.
Well, it's
Watch
okay.
it.
From
You
what
know
I've
what a
read, they
vampire
don't either.
is? You understand a vampire?
Yeah.
That's
You know-
all that matters.
you know who-
in the morning they turn into dust.
You know who Dracula is?
He wants to suck your blood.
You know who Dracula is?
Yeah, a vampire
You've heard
who
of
wants
Dracula.
to suck your blood.
He's a count.
Oh,
Drinks people's blood.
yeah, that's what I just said.
Can turn into a wolf if he chooses,
No,
Or mist.
or
a
mist,
bat.
or a bat.
Didn't do Mist.
they're like
though.
a hybrid. So is
He
this
only
like
spat out the
Underworld?
mist.
Yeah.
It depends on the lore, I guess.
What?
They're like a hybrid. Is this like Underworld?
No.
Magic.
Magic.
Just magic.
Because Dracula can transform
Is it?
into a bat, a
Isn't
wolf,
it?
or
I
mist.
guess I've never thought about it as
It's
magic.
mythology behind Dracula. Anyway,
Like,
Because he doesn't
if-
conjure like a spell.
If you accept the concept of Dracula as a vampire itself being a magical creature,
I'll give you supernatural creature.
spell-like ability.
I don't know. When I hear magic, I think wizards, witches, and
yeah,
like,
but in Castlevania,
wands
he
and
shoots
shit.
fire from his cape. Fire from his cape.
I just figured the cape was what was powerful.
So he's
Magical
Doctor
cape.
Strange.
Magic cape.
Oh,
Doctor Strange Dracula.
any kind of
I could
Dracula.
see it.
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. It's on my queue. I'll get to it. I was
It's
telling
good.
him the other day. I just binged the What We Do in the Shadows television
I
show.
need to do that. I
And-
need to
Oh,
do
did
that.
you get to you got to the end?
Oh,
then?
I finished that thing.
How
No.
great is that fucking council?
Everything about that show is
Oh,
fantastic.
man. Yeah.
It's honestly, it became down to like, one of the best shows of this year. Oh, Watchmen and that. Like, that was it.
No, that's what I've been hearing. A lot of people love that show. I need to find time to get around to
It's
it.
on Hulu, so
Yeah.
it's all there. Oh man, Daybreak got canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
One
Yeah.
season. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah. It got
So-
canceled.
One season, it told the story.
It did, but I wanted more.
It was enjoyable. I could have gone for more, but
Well, get this. I was
Daybreak
talking
is a
to-
high school zombie show on Netflix.
Oh, we did talk about this.
The one of my customers, his best friend is the showrunner,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, why the fuck you cancel? He was just like, he goes, Netflix, if it doesn't pop in like the first 6 weeks, instant cancel. Doesn't matter what it is or
Oh,
who's in
that's
it.
No,
unfortunate.
that's true. That's true.
I was like, that is such a weird business model. Like, you came out around Christmas when there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Maybe wait and see if it develops an audience over, I don't know, 6 months before making an asinine decision on a show
Yeah.
that was good.
But I mean, at the same time, if there's no social media like pop about it, no one cares.
Well, he was saying the actors were like doing the social media stuff, and
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, we're so looking forward to season 2," and they were like, "Yeah, us too." They had already been canceled. Like, they knew they had already been canceled, so they had to
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
horrible.
terrible.
Bummer.
Well, because
Allegedly, just in case someone's
but
listening.
even so, by doing that, there's still a chance that Netflix would be like, oh, all right,
Yeah, I
there's,
mean,
there's a fan,
sure,
fan
I'm
out
sure
there.
But
if
it's
there's
not
enough
happening.
people,
and it's,
maybe
it's
they
not like
would.
it's not like 15 years later where the actors can't come back to those roles.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Netflix can come back, in a month and be like, nah, we changed our mind.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just thought I really dug it, but
Look, if Arrested Development could come back for 2 more terrible
a
seasons,
point.
I know, right?
Kind of point.
I didn't even bother with that last
I
one.
couldn't even do 5. I couldn't because I hated 4 so much.
Yeah, I was like, I'm good.
And I was a new fan of the show.
I was like, it lives in. I'll just remember An Young how I like him in a wall. No, so I watched that trailer.
All right,
I had
so-
not watched it when you guys were having your little text thread.
All right,
Yeah.
so the Morbius trailer is what we're talking about.
Have you watched it yet, Steph?
No, I haven't.
It's fine. It's okay.
No, I think it's important.
It is important.
Otherwise, she's
Do
completely
you want to
clueless.
pause and watch it and then come back?
we could do it. We could. Is your Xbox on?
Right,
You don't
got
have
a computer
YouTube on.
I
right
it.
got a
Yeah.
computer right here, man.
So in the I only know Morbius from the 90s Spider-Man cartoon.
And you're getting probably the best version of him
Yeah.
in that.
And there's 2 things that Morbius is known for in the Spider-Man 90s cartoon.
Living.
That is 1
Being a vampire.
Screaming Felicia, and 2 flying around.
Felicia!
Those are the 2 things he's known for. That's it. Also, he drinks blood from his hands.
Yeah. No.
No, what? No. He's a
No.
vampire. He just drinks people's blood. but
I don't
puts
know. I
his
just
hands on them.
imagine him
in
going
the
like,
cartoon.
I was like,
He has
okay.
hand mounts.
No, in the cartoon, that was they did that because the cartoon censorship would not
Yeah.
allow vampire teeth into neck.
Makes sense.
So in the cartoon, he ate through his mouth and he sucked your energy.
Which is way cooler,
this is
honestly.
What didn't they say plasma?
There's
Plasma.
plasma.
It's plasma.
Yeah.
Give me your plasma.
Yeah. But
Felicia.
that was just for the cartoon. Like
Yeah.
in the book, no, he got fangs, he drinks people's necks and kills people. He's a vampire.
Yeah. Well,
Sort
he's a
of.
living vampire.
Which-
so he's called the living vampire because he's not undead like most vampires. Start playing it here. Yeah, Matt Smith is in the movie too. So I feel like he's the villain who's going to be opposite Morbius. He's the undead vampire.
He's the dead
Near
vampire.
here? Near here?
He's
Yeah,
the
it-
dead
it-
human.
It should be around here. It's just him walking down the street. Venom. And then we're going to see this and then bats. And then you see a 6-pack. Looks like the Messiah.
Yeah, on that part right there, I was like, you're actually cute.
I think he's an attractive dude. He's a weird dude.
He's a very weird dude.
I think that's what it is. It's the mysterious weird that I find hot.
I mean, he's also. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so that.
Wow.
So that
Murder.
Spider-Man, it says murderer over him, which means far
It's
from
after
home.
Far From Home.
And also, that is a render from the PS4 Spider-Man wearing the Sam Raimi suit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's so many things happening.
Weird.
The PS4 Spider-Man wearing the Sam Raimi suit for some reason.
I'm going to be honest. I'm more into it than I'm not.
I'm watching this movie. Like again,
I was probably always going to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Marvel make a vampire movie, Anthony go see it.
yeah, and I think I told us the PCP. It's like this movie looks amazing in the sense that Venom was amazing.
And if it is Venom good,
Yeah.
then it's still a fun time.
Yes,
Like for all the weirdness that Venom is, it's still enjoyable as a movie.
I'm a loser. I'm a loser too, Eddie.
I can guarantee you that's not true.
No, because I had a good time.
You listen to me, Eddie.
What's your problem, Leland?
Oh, I won't see it.
You haven't even watched it once?
No, why?
Oh, it's a fun movie.
I saw the trailer. It told me everything I
Get
needed
high
to
and
do.
watch it.
Which?
No, I've
Which?
had enough
Venom.
problems getting high this week. I joined a cult, if you saw on my Instagram.
No?
Was
The
it
concert.
that one concert?
Oh,
okay.
the
Oh,
Island.
yeah. It looked really interesting.
It looked like you're in a Horizon Zero Dawn concert.
We'll talk about
I
that.
thought
in a
Diablo for some reason.
minute. It's
Or-
all
Same.
tracks. All
Or
tracks.
Senua's Sacrifice.
They did that during the concert.
Oh, sweet. Nailed it.
Nice.
I don't know. I mean, look, I will see this because I love a vampire movie. I don't care how bad or good it is. You've been with
Yeah.
me for most of them.
Yeah.
I just don't give a fuck about Mobius.
No one cares about
Morbius.
Morbius. No
Like,
one does.
it's just such a weird pull because they were like, well, we can't do these characters. We can't do
It's
these
like,
characters.
well, this is what
well,
we
I
have
guess
left.
we got Morbius. Cool.
But
Well, we'll pigeonhole.
vampire.
Well, I have no problem if it stands on its own. My problem is the Spider-Man connection.
It's okay. We're getting Sinister Six now. One of them is going to
Yeah.
be Morbius.
Yeah, I don't want that. He's not a
feel-
Sinister Six member. Like that's fucked up.
It's its own universe.
It's
we're gonna-
really not,
we're-
though.
we're gonna
If you
get
have that
Morbius.
there, that tells me not its own universe, and that these two ladies can't seem to work out their shit.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that's only, the Spider-Man thing is only there because Sony owns Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
it's like,
I get it.
They're-
but
the
did they
things are
mention
unrelated.
Spider-Man and Venom?
no.
No, they
Then
don't.
don't mention we did Venom. You know, it's part of this universe. It's the reason why, honestly, it's one of the biggest reasons why I didn't see it. Who the fuck he fight? Not Spider-Man? Fuck off. I don't need this movie.
Riot.
Yeah, fuck you. Who he gonna fight in this? Matt Smith?
Yeah, it's
The
Doctor
Doctor.
Who.
Cool.
He looks really skinny. That's
Like,
what I thought.
you keep
was
bringing
him.
me these Spider-Man adjacent movies. If Spider-Man ain't in it, why the fuck am I there?
Like,
But we know he exists now in this universe.
For the stinger.
Cool.
are
And
you
I
only
think
interested
we-
in the same 5 characters?
But I
is
mean-
that what you're saying?
I'm interested in anyone but Mobius.
But I mean,
Morbius.
I
Whatever.
really feel
Mobius was an artist.
I know. I sell his
I really
books.
feel like in this movie we're going to see Tom Holland appear in some sense. I
I think we are
it.
as well.
Like on the bus.
Like maybe
oh, no,
like
it's way after that.
Okay. On a
maybe
bus.
like a swing
Walking?
by, or do you
Pro-
think
I think we're going to see Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I think we're going to actually see Spider-Man.
Maybe.
Well, they're working him out to be in Venom too.
Yeah.
Which is weird because that's filming now. So you're just like, okay.
But like Venom
Oh,
2 takes
shit.
place in San Francisco, so you could get by without.
I'm sorry, what?
Venom
It
takes
takes
place in
place
San Francisco.
Oh, you know where the place that Spider-Man doesn't fucking live? Why is these happening?
Because it
I'm
wasn't a
so
Spider-Man
angry.
movie; it's a Venom movie.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
I want
But
to be
you could-
angry too, but I'm not knowledgeable.
And you know,
so.
You could get by without Spider-Man being relevant by being across the country.
And you know what's going to
Not
happen?
at all. If you know Venom's history, not at all.
You know what's
Comic
gonna
history.
happen?
We're rewriting it.
Venom's
I think
gonna
it's
meet,
cute that you said they wrote something.
Venom's going to meet Spider-Man, and the symbiote's going to go over Spider-Man for a second, and that's how Venom gets all his spider powers. That's what's going to happen.
I just hated everything you just said.
That's 100% what's going to happen.
Like it occurred to me when I was watching the trailer like 6 months ago. like how I
The
was
Far
like,
From Home trailer?
no, the Venom trailer.
Oh, Venom trailer, okay.
Whenever I don't know when it came out. I don't give a fuck. But like when I was watching the trailers, I was like, why does he look so stupid? Oh, because he's missing that fucking cool spider.
Yep.
You're just
Yeah.
a big blob of black goo.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Like,
I got so angry.
Like I agree. Like the white spider on his chest would have given like his body better dimension.
Sure.
And kind of like.
But if they had also put it on there without having the history behind, I would have been
It
mad at
wouldn't
that
make
too.
sense.
Yeah.
All of it don't make sense. Look, they don't know what they're doing with their fucking Spider-Man movies.
No, Sony doesn't know what they're doing.
That's what I'm saying.
Marvel had an idea.
I
Sony's like,
think
"But we want
honestly
money."
their hands are tied.
Yeah.
Like by what they can and can't do.
Who? Marvel?
Sony.
I disagree immensely.
You,
I think Marvel's hands are tied because Sony still. Remember, they took their toy and went away for 6 weeks, and
I
the
kinda-
world stopped.
I kind of think that was bullshit.
I mean, Sony super got bullied by Disney and Marvel.
And I no, they were. There was both sides had wrong people.
It's true. No, it's true. It's true.
The fact that the announcement is that Spider-Man will stay in Marvel
For 1 or 2 more only.
that coincides
Something like
with the
that.
release of Far From Home on video seems very
Which is weird because you're like,
Coincidental.
were you afraid no one was going to buy it? Because people going to buy it.
Because it's Spider-Man.
I mean whatever you do. There's clearly people who've been doing like this job for 30 years that are just out of touch.
Oh, definitely.
the
yeah,
fact
they
you
all
need to-
shop in the store. Yeah,
The fact that you need to promote the Blu-ray sales of a huge blockbuster at all seems dumb.
okay. I'm gonna switch gears.
Okay.
Okay. So I had a reliable source who works on that CW stuff.
yes.
You know that big crossover event that is it
Yeah.
ending tomorrow?
Soonish.
Anyway,
I think it's
Yes.
back this week.
they just filmed a final huge cameo over the weekend or
Oh, wow.
on Friday, and the guy was like, "You'll never believe who it is." And I was like, "I said, well, I said, I know you're not going to tell me." He goes, "Oh no, you got to be." He goes, "Oh no," and I'm like, "All right, cool." But he did drop some knowledge to people who did say no. Ryan Reynolds said no.
Oh,
They were going to have the Green Lantern universe get destroyed as a joke about the movie.
that was going to be be awesome.
and I was like,
and it would have shown like him really like being comfortable with it.
sure, but didn't he shoot himself reading the script in his own movie?
Yep.
Like,
Shot himself in the head.
so what's the point of saying no at this point?
Well,
like,
'cause
it's already been made.
he did it on his terms.
Whatever. They, I allegedly, Linda Carter said no.
Okay,
I was like,
that's
well,
weird. She's on Supergirl.
She was on for like 6 episodes, like season 2.
Yeah,
But I'm just like,
she's
bitch,
been
what
there.
I'm like, bitch, what else you doing?
enjoying retirement.
The original Wonder Woman.
That's who I was. That's my Dreamcast. But our question, me and the guys at the store were like, okay. Well, he was just like, he goes, it's a good get. You're going to be really happy. I was like, cool. So then I was trying to think. I'm like, I can't come up with anybody else, honestly, that I would want from either movies or TV or voice. I guess in the
Cavill.
DC.
Cavill
They
would
can't
be
afford his ass. Are you kidding?
But he does things for the fans all the time.
Maybe, but that
He
would
made
be
The Witcher for us.
cool. He did.
For
Still
us.
haven't watched it yet.
Don't talk about my best friend Henry Cavill like that.
They've met. They've
like-
met.
it's like-
They've pressed the flesh.
As they did. It's like he's my boo. Like so much of that I've only watched one episode of The Witcher. It's like,
Did you like it?
yeah, it was good. Yeah, you know, there's what's the extreme circumstances? Extreme.
Extenuous.
Yeah,
Extenuating
to
circumstances?
continue for me to be able to watch it. We'll talk about that
Okay.
later.
Rosenbaum, maybe.
That was Shane and Matt's. Like they were like, nah, maybe Rosenbaum actually got his shit worked out. I was like, cool. I don't know
That'd
if
be
that.
I don't
Yeah,
think it's a
but I
big
don't know
get,
if that's
though.
I mean,
the big get.
you already did that universe, though.
Yeah.
Maybe he saw Tom Welling. He was like, oh, they are treating it pretty well. Okay, I guess I'll come in or something. I don't know.
Oh, what about that one dude from Lois and Clark?
Oh no, he's already been on it, and he ain't allowed to come back.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Really?
Oh, Dean Cain?
Yeah.
Dean Cain, that's his
Oh,
name.
crazy Republican.
Oh.
like on the Scott Baio level.
Ew.
Oh.
Yeah. No, Hollywood ain't touched him with a
shit.
10-foot pole right now.
Well, never mind.
Yeah, but he was already on Supergirl.
Okay.
Yeah. He may have actually died on that show. So it's like, not the actor, the character.
Yeah. If only.
Well, anyway, I was just like I was like, I can't think of anyone from like a Batman standpoint because they already got the best
Oh, that's
one.
right. I was only thinking of Superman shit.
Christian Bale shows up.
Oh, jeez, right. I mean, but I don't. But the problem is that you got to pay for these people.
yeah.
That's true.
The Titans kids, you know that cameo they did with the Titans, got all uppity that they weren't included. They had to pay them. They got like, how dare you use our show without our permission?
Oh, like the DC Universe
Yeah,
people got
I was
upset?
like, you all are the same family.
Yeah.
You got paid. They own those likenesses of you at this point.
Well, DC got paid, but the
Well, as I was saying,
producers,
shut the fuck
actors
up.
didn't get paid.
Ooh, what about Val Kilmer?
As what? Fat Man?
Ooh, Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Okay, you guys are going down a
dude.
well that just ain't going to happen.
Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, I couldn't think of anything that.
There's people.
Oh, there's people, but I mean, you got to think of it as like a budgeting standpoint.
Sure.
though,
Yeah.
right? You know?
So you don't get Christian Bale.
You can't
Yeah.
get Keaton. Like Keaton would be the big get, but they already destroyed his universe in that show.
Yeah.
So like he ain't happening.
All right. Yeah. So
It's Kilmer.
It's Kilmer.
I
think
Danny DeVito as Penguin.
I had
Finally
name
mayor.
Was, that name was thrown around a lot too. But that universe is dead.
Halle Berry.
Get the fuck out.
ooh shit.
I don't think it's going to be someone in my
That famous?
I think he was like someone real big. I was like, big to you, or big to the nerd community, like. You know what I mean? Like, because I love this guy, and he's real excited about things, real,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you know. Anyway,
So I guess we'll
find out tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember names.
If
movies.
it's as big like a nerd thing as he says it is, I was like, okay, well then that means it's like a couple scenes, shots, and in the finale at best.
It's going to be...
Because if you filmed it on Friday and it airs tomorrow,
yeah,
you guys
That's,
got
you
a
know,
quick turnaround. Anything
5 lines
special.
of dialogue. That's it.
If that, yeah.
It's going to be a deep fake of Christopher Reeves and Adam West.
Oh, jeez. The big online rumor is
I'm going
that-
to be honest. For the last 5 minutes, I've been trying to remember Christopher Reeves' name.
I think it would be interesting if it was the big rumor online is that they're going to drop the Green Lantern Corps in there to tie into the show they're going to do on HBO Max.
What?
You,
I didn't know they're going to do a Green Lantern show on Max.
Yeah, I didn't know that at all.
Where you guys people been? J.J. Abrams is producing.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Been a thing for about 4 months.
I also have not looked at anything for HBO Max because it's like it's
Because
another
no
one.
one cares. Yeah, I
It's
get
just
it. Yeah, Watchmen's over. Fuck this.
yeah. I mean,
Oh, Steph, you're still here.
Yeah, I have nothing to say. I don't watch what you guys watch.
All right. Well,
I don't watch
Because
this
I have
show.
no one else to watch it with, so I don't have anyone to explain it to me.
My buddy says that JJ is also, or J.K. Simmons is reprising his role in Morbius.
perfect.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, I saw that headline. Yeah.
I like the fact that like he came back around to be JJ again.
Yeah.
Because I just can't imagine a better JJ.
that was
We don't know. There could have been.
a great reveal.
It's fine.
That was a really great reveal, though.
Better JJ than Gordon
Yes.
Gordon.
When he played Gordon,
in the Batman.
God, I forgot he was. even-
remember he got
Yeah.
jacked for that role.
Yeah.
for so.
And we
for
saw him
like,
in one
for what?
scene.
Yeah,
I
so
know who
weird.
you're
Release the
talking
Snyder
about.
Cut, cowards.
You know, did you hear that thing that? I was talking to someone of those stories. Like I worked on it. There is no Snyder's Cut.
No,
I-
there's no Snyder
Yeah, he's
cut.
like, I don't know what
I
people
don't
keep
think
yelling
I
about.
don't think there's a functional cut.
No, there's not a functional cut. He's like, they stopped filming.
It's just we want the movie without the Joss Whedon reshoots. That's it.
I would have liked the movie without bad CG, but we know what? We don't get what we want.
See, I started watching this YouTube channel called The Quarter Crew, and they're like visual effects artists. and
Oh, it's
they-
like the three guys on the couch?
yeah,
Yeah, I've watched
It's
some of
such
those.
an awesome show.
Yeah, they're
'cause-
funny.
yeah, they're really funny.
The
Yeah.
Quarter Crew.
You'd like
Corridor.
Corridor.
It. Yeah,
Yeah.
you would dig it a
okay.
lot.
Yeah, because they used to do a lot of work with Freddie Wong. If that
Right on.
yes,
I know
Rocket Jump and all
who he
that.
is.
Yeah, they're the guys who are doing a lot of the visual stuff
cool.
with Freddie Wong.
Yeah, that got pretty good.
Yeah, so they just like watch different scenes from movies, and they'll break down how the visual effects work, why things are bad and why they're not, and why they are
That's
good.
cool.
It's such a cool show.
Yeah.
I think they're very
I like
interesting
shit
to
like that.
listen to.
Yeah.
To answer your question, I went and saw a weird concert, Steph, and I may or may not have conjured a spirit, joined a cult, or
Would
praised
you-
Satan. I'm not quite sure all of it
Would
happened.
you
Sounds good
go
on
Was
Saturday.
there animal blood on the street?
There was not animal blood. There was blood.
Human.
There was blood.
They did sacrifice a girl during a scene, but they brought her back to life at the end of the scene because the
that's
song
good.
was representation of life and death.
Oh, okay.
At least I think. I'm not quite sure.
Leland knows all the songs.
Yeah.
There was people singing along, and I was like, "Really, you know the words?"
This is a Celtic people.
There are like
What was the name?
the most Americanized fucking human beings like singing word for word Rammstein,
I know.
Yeah.
It's just,
and they don't know. They just phonetically are repeating it.
and that's what I think they were doing. No, the name of the band is called Heilung. They, I believe that's German, and it means hope.
Oh, that's cool.
I think they're from Norway. I was going to say Norwegia. They're from the land of Frozen, and
Steph, you can picture what a druid is, right? Okay.
Okay, remember from the Diablo 4 trailer, the guy that turns into a werewolf? The big old dude has antlers? It's
kind of like that.
I don't know. When you say druid, I just think a dwarf.
Because they both have D's in them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about it.
All right.
I'm not good with characters.
Anyway, we got there. I've done a few concerts in my time. I don't like concerts. Too many people. It's too loud.
That's fair.
They start late. I want to go home. Like it was everything was like, stacked against me going to enjoy this. But it was an experience I'll never have again. You asked me, would I go again? Hell to the no.
In like 5 years.
No, probably not.
Okay.
Because the bass was so intense.
Did it make your stomach hurt?
I feel I had a heart attack at least 3 times. Like it was, my stomach hurt, my teeth. Today is the first day that I've been able to unclench my jaw because it was so intense.
Where was this?
It was got a place called the Novo, which I near Staples Center, but
Okay.
not at Staples Center.
Okay.
It was on a second floor, which real started to bother me when everyone started jumping.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I've seen these videos.
How many people were there, you guys?
I maybe less than 2,000.
All right, so that's bigger than the Palladium.
While this is playing, what are you? Are you just standing?
Yeah.
Is it almost like people are doing hums? So you're just kind of
No,
like
they are all
waiting?
just kind of jumping.
Like tribal bouncing.
That's the best word for it. He was very ritualistic.
Bombay.
No.
Bombay.
I would have understood that. Like, it was really wild. Like, they all got into it, and they had a Native American come out, and then they had a guy from their native culture come out, and then they all blessed all the
Saxons.
instruments with incense and shit.
Sage. Well, no, not sage.
Oh man, I mean, it could have been sage, but they were burning something, and so was some of the audience. And then it was like,
It's a rock concert.
right. So then there was fire on stage, and they had drums, and there are no instruments. There's like a synthesizer, I think, but they're all playing instruments from their culture. So like this woman here that we have a picture of, her antlers are growing out of her head. She like played some weird, it looked like a Norwegian violin, and I was like, that's not an instrument. Mike's like, no, it's a real thing. I was like, okay. I had at least 3 panic attacks during the concert because there was way too many people closing in on Leland.
Yeah.
And standing room, and I don't like to stand for long
I've
periods of
seen
time.
photos from other people who have gone.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty packed.
It was packed. It was amazing,
Okay.
and I'm glad I went.
Good. I'm glad.
But I don't ever want to go again because
It's fair.
the lingering effects from that show are real bothering me.
Yeah.
I saw that and thought, what's her name from Helen?
Helen Hunt? Helen Mirren?
Helena?
Helena Bonham
Bonham
Carter.
No.
Helena
Helena
Troy.
from My Chemical Romance.
I can't. I'm like blanking
Hella.
out really hard. Yeah.
Oh,
You know
from
what I'm
Thor.
Oh, from
Yes.
Thor. Yeah, because
Because the
Like jet.
antlers.
Well-
That's it.
Okay, I get it. Now I get it.
Norwegian.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Oh, and actually, yeah, they
from the land of Thor.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
they
yeah,
are
Hai Lung
pulling
is
from.
straight up doing the soundtrack for Senua's Sacrifice.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What now?
It's a
It-
video
it's-
game.
Oh.
it's the second part of Hellblade, Senua's
Yeah.
Senua's Sacrifice.
Okay.
So
It's a really cool trailer for the first minute,
Yeah.
and then it stops, and then they just play Hai Lung for 13 minutes. I was like, I was
So
like,
one song?
I was well, it's their long song. You know, it's really weird. Like there was an autistic kid kind of off to the right of us who was really into it, which was really kind of cool to see. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is his jam. This
Connect
is
to
he
something.
can
No,
connect
yeah.
to something. I felt real bad for him because every thumb drum beat on the drum, he was pounding on his chest.
Yeah.
And I was
that
like,
feels like that's a
I
lot.
was like, sir, like we're talking an hour and a half straight up pounding
Oh,
on his
he's
chest.
bruised.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
gonna
you
hurt
have
him.
a bruise, sir. Please
Yeah.
stop. I learned a new term, which I very much enjoyed. The heavy metal holding the orange pose, which it's,
Holding the orange.
Look, Mike was like, holding an orange. I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, when people on heavy metal shows get really into it, they do this. And it looks like they're
So
holding
they throw
oranges.
their arms upwards
in the air,
dramatically
yeah.
with their
Hands
palms
clenched, kinda.
Yeah, palms face back down at their head.
But we all know what I'm talking
Yes.
about. Like they
No,
did
I'm
that, like,
just describing it for the listener.
"Yeah!" They were holding the oranges, is what he called it. I was like, oh shit, that's
I get it.
genius.
Yeah.
that's good.
But
That's
there
a good
was
one.
like some guys into it that were like really into the performance. Probably the same. You guys go to your EDM.
EDC, yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to go for. I
Yeah.
was like,
Off by a letter.
Hold on.
correct genre of music.
Yeah.
They're just being specific.
sure. I mean, you guys
Yeah.
go to your thing, and there's always probably that guy.
And they
who's like,
dress up.
right, who's
Yeah.
a little too into it.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, sir, you're bothering everybody. We're all here having a good time, and are you that guy?
No, what?
Okay.
No.
Are
God,
you-
no.
No, that girl.
But like, there was a couple of those where they're just so into it. You're like, I'm glad that you got somewhere with it. Stop. Everyone was dressed like a Ren Fair. There was a lot of leather
During this?
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
all
Makes
the
sense,
pe-
makes sense.
I was
there
about to ask what you
there was a
wore.
lot. Oh, we just wore all
The
black.
SCA just fell into it.
Like there was a lot of people with like the blood palms on their hands. You know, we took an Uber over, and the guy that was driving us, his name was Michael, and he was a black gentleman. And I bring that up because when he said, "Oh, what you guys gonna go see tonight?" and we were like, and like I tried to describe it, and Scott goes, "It's like Game of Thrones, but the music
concert.
genre of that," and he goes, So white people shit. I was like, yeah, you can call
said
it.
white
goes-
people shit?
He's like, I'm like, yeah, I think you don't know. But we got to the venue, and I said, "Oh, do you know where we have to go, Michael?" And he was like, "Oh," he goes, "Yeah." The dude was awesome,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "You want to get out?" He goes, "I'm gonna drop you over here." He goes, "Just see that crowd kind of walking towards that like dark area." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Just follow them." And as we park the car in front of us, also an Uber, this like 6'2"
Yeah.
bearded Viking man in
Yeah.
a goddamn kilt with bones hanging off his hair. He
Viking
goes,
Raiders just
yeah,
pour
oh,
out.
yeah. And he goes, "Or follow that guy." I was like, yeah, that tracks.
It's nice to know that Michael Jordan's still working.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
damn. It's like- he was really funny. He had like Lakers radio on.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot about the Lakers. Tune it all out. Don't give a fuck. But about halfway through, he goes, "Do you guys want me to put on like the radio?" I said, "I'll be honest with you, sir. It's your car."
Yeah.
Like I was kind of like, "You're the driver. You whatever makes you comfortable, I'm fine with." And he goes, "Oh, that's cool." He goes, "Thank you." And he goes, "We listen to like some more Raiders or Lakers
And he
bullshit."
plays some hardcore gangster
Oh,
shit.
I know. And then he turned it off, and he's flipping through the channel, and he stops at like Motown.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Oh, right on." And he switches it to like the Bobby Brown New Edition station, and it was like, "Oh man, that sucks." I didn't tell. I was just gonna like, "Oh, Motown's cool, but Bobby Brown is not." Like, I don't know.
Well, that's your
Hey.
prerogative.
I was
Damn
like,
it! I was gonna make
I was waiting for one of you two motherfuckers to
Bones
do it.
it.
I was going to say, I just didn't feel like I was too hot or cold to handle. But it is just one of those things where I was like, okay. But it was a good time.
That's good. I'm glad you still enjoyed the experience.
Yeah, but the problem I was having, I wanted to ask the three of you guys, because you guys have been to a lot of concerts
Yeah.
and stuff. I did not transcend. And there was a lot of people in the audience that were having that like transcendence moment. Like they were so into the music. You know, maybe Orange's Hand guy, the autistic kid, or other people too. They were just like the music spoke to them in a level that I did not understand. Like I was like, I've never gotten that way with music. And I kind of felt like, I'm like, am I not a fan of music? And you've known me a long time. I love music. Yeah. But I was kind of like, no one's ever got me there. Yeah, maybe. Like I've never heard anything where I was like, I see the light on the other side. I understand the Matrix now. Yeah. And like, and I feel these people did, and I don't know how or why.
It might just be one of those things where you haven't like gone to a show or whatever that really just like hits you at that exact frequency or whatever.
I mean, Mike and Scott were on the verge of tears at certain points.
Like
I was like, what the fuck are you crying for? I mean, I'm crying because it's too damn loud. It was like,
I think it's the major issue is that you haven't let yourself go to that place.
Yeah.
I mean, also, when I talked to Mike about it, and Mike was like, he goes, in your defense, he goes, you were also dealing with a lot. He goes,
it's not
got,
your jam.
He was like, you got fidgety twice, real bad. He goes, and that's what I knew. Oh, you're not here at the moment, because I was worried about the floor caving in. The bass was so loud, it was vibrating my teeth, and you know I don't go to the vibrations because then I was like, oh, I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah.
Also, don't do these things high.
Yeah.
Oh,
the high did not help. It had the opposite effect.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I'm freaking out. I was like, oh god, they're going to use me as a sacrifice because I'm
next.
I'm like, I'm a big fat pig. They gonna come and kill me.
I got lots of blood in me.
I was like, oh no. Yeah, it was a lot going on, but I've never been. And I always thought, I was like, well, maybe if I I don't know, saw Bowie in '75 or something, maybe I would have had a moment. But I don't think I would.
Let yourself go, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Also,
that's the thing.
But then there was a conversation. I was like, well, I was forced to stand. If I'm sitting, I'm way more into things. And they were like, oh, it's not a concert you can sit in. I'm like, I disagree. I think I could sit and have a really good time.
I don't know, like, not really knowing the experience.
Sure.
I've only third-handedly experienced it through you and through other people on social media that I follow that went. Like, this I feel is innately tribal in the sense that I feel, although as dramatic, I can't think of like a better word than cinematic, but like
that's fair.
Theatric. For as theatric as this show is and would be interesting to watch, like we watched like 30 minutes of live videos.
Yeah, I'll watch that video all day long.
I think being there and like moving with the crowd, like I think the closest I can kind of get to where you were explaining as far as like leaving your body, experiencing, is when I was young and I went to shows and like the whole crowd is jumping together, or you're in the mosh pit, and it's not one of those aggro mosh pits where people are like purposefully throwing elbows to hit people. It's just, 12, 15 dudes running and jumping in a circle and just letting loose everything. And it's opening yourself up to spread yourself out to the point where there is no end of you and beginning of somebody else. You are all a living organism of the crowd.
Oh, gross. Yeah. What about you guys? You guys had that experience when you do your shows?
Watching Childish Gambino in San Diego State.
Okay.
I mean,
Did
I
you
feel
get to
like...
sit?
No, we were standing.
Yeah.
I've never sat at a concert.
God, I wish I could.
Yeah. The only concert I actually sat was during the Zelda symphony.
Well, that
one was really pretty.
Symphony.
Yeah.
You don't stand up for a symphony.
Oh, that was a great concert.
I think I'm super emotional that I've cried to Sam Smith on a drive to work.
I mean, I've cried at music. Doesn't happen often, but it's happened.
But you not in a group. You haven't shared your experience with a group. Your experience has always been singular.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I haven't.
Well, if you want to have this transcendent experience,
I
you're
don't think
going to
I'm-
have to. I
I'm
think.
good. I don't need herpes. I mean,
I
it's like
didn't,
Soul herpes.
soul herpes.
I didn't cry, but I think like one of the times we were at EDC and we were all together and everything just felt like pure bliss, and that was fun.
Yeah, that's what we're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
That I don't know. You know what? Because like I've even gone to like classes where you're supposed to like relax and do stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, I think it was like yoga or whatever, and you're supposed to really like let yourself go in there. I can't get the fact of how dumb I look out of my head, so I don't relax and experience things.
I get it.
Yeah,
Oh, you
that's
know
fair.
what? I did experience one thing when we did the floating thing. I experienced
Singular though, like
with together.
yeah, like I think the same experience is uniquely a group. It's a group becoming a single organism.
The only time that's
I
ever
think-
happened to me, but
There's mass consciousness.
but there's a circumstance that happened that precipitate, right? No,
I'm not sure where you're going. Precipitation's water.
yeah, but that's not the word I was.
Participated?
Nah, fuck
Precipitates like it becomes before.
it. Anyway, so okay, so I was supposed to see,
Preludes?
Prologues. That's why you go on.
Prolonged?
I was supposed to see Madonna on 9/11, but obviously that didn't happen. So she rescheduled the show 5 days later. I went then. And when she sang Holiday, the entire audience was holding hands and singing and swaying and
Yeah.
crying. So I guess that's kind of where I let go a little bit. But there was a big circumstance that gave way to that. You know what I mean? Like,
You got there.
right,
Yeah.
but it's what I'm saying is it's like I would not have gotten there if the country hadn't had a massive
Sure.
thing just happen and we were all healing. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah.
Everyone was still raw.
Yes. For me, it's a different situation.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, granted, like, there's wars all the time, but you know,
But realistically, 3 of the 4 of us are very tight about our emotions. We choose specifically when to show and when to release.
is this the one
Yeah.
that's not tight?
Yes,
Yes.
that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm really bad.
And it's not bad. It is not
it's
bad
weird.
at
Like
all.
emotionally, I am tied up, but I am very open about almost everything else. I'm like, you want to know about my bathroom happened today? I'll tell you what happened. It wasn't pretty. You know, so-
Well, I don't know. I talked about it with a coworker because I think I had like a bad week last week, and it was like, I don't know. I have like my cry and like express it that way, but I get so much fucking out that like I'm fine after. What did I say weird?
No,
I
it
don't
wasn't
know.
you.
Okay.
It's just Domino walked in, looked up, looked frightened, and then walked away.
Like, you look, I was just like,
Domino,
Oh my god.
Domino, my cat, came
like,
in,
he
saw
like
the
made
scene.
eye contact with me and Jordan both. Like, oh, you all motherfuckers are here. I am out.
So he was like in the sense like, like he wasn't expecting to see people.
What do I do?
Anyway.
He's a sweet
Sorry,
boy.
continue.
Oh no, that was it. I made my point. That was it. I'm very in tune with my feelings.
And that's fine.
Yeah, there's nothing
That's
wrong with
fine.
that.
I
Bless your heart.
honestly, I envy it to a degree. As uncomfortable as the concept alone is.
I think it's real odd and confusing too. I think like
We're 3 dudes that are raised. Don't show your emotions.
yeah.
oh, I show my emotions too much.
Yeah, but you a lady.
I'd be lying if I told you like more or less. No, it's okay. Because like I'm like sometimes I'll be like okay, but I'd be lying if I told you okay. I'm okay, and like tears are streaming that way. I'm fine.
I'm okay.
I'm
I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm
it's one of those
probably
things
okay.
because like with Gen X, they were very much these 2 guys. They were very much raised with never. Guys do not show their emotions. They're not in touch with those
It's
feelings.
not manly. It's not attractive.
Because they were raised by boomers who it's always the stoic man who like never shows his emotions. He just comes home, drinks a beer, and takes a nap on the couch. You know that's
Beats us what? What?
yeah.
Just
and
weird
then-
because it's the Woodstock generation.
Yeah,
I
and
have
then,
a soft spot for
and then-
guys who cry.
and then I very much am
Hear that,
like
guys?
I very
Not
much
like a bitch. I meant like like they actually
It's like,
have
this is why we
feelings.
don't show our emotions.
He cries
I'm
a bitch.
aware.
Right.
He
I-
cries
I
at
will-
Frozen, not at
Yeah.
the drop of a hat.
I'm
Not like you got your hair cut and then you cried because it wasn't the way you wanted it.
Yeah.
Look, sometimes
I don't think you've ever done that.
And then,
I don't cry. Unlike Anthony, he doesn't have tear ducts.
Nope.
And then I was.
You
I
want
was-
to cry and it's just dust.
Yeah, I was raised pretty much the same way. Like, don't show emotion, all this stuff. But then I'm also part of a generation where it is. We learn from each other that it's okay to show emotion. So I'm like half of both.
Yeah. So
things.
socially, it's become more acceptable.
Yeah.
But the parental figures.
Yeah.
It's what they know, and unless they've made big changes in their life, it is kind of just their default mode.
Yeah. It's like
Like my dad, my father has become much more open by comparison to how he used to be. But that doesn't help me now as a 30 something.
It's like growing up. How many times have you guys seen your dad cry?
Once.
Me once.
And he was high on Vicodin.
I forgot what he just had a fight with my mom, and my dad was freaking out about something. He's trying to remember something. It got to the point where he started hitting his head against our closet, like trying to remember. But because he's also like getting ready to go on a trip, it was like he's trying to remember this thing that got in the fight, and he just forgot what it was. And he's just trying to jog the memory, and like
That's not how that works.
it was a fucking crazy scene for me to
No,
see.
I can imagine.
And then like after a while he was sitting there, he's just sitting there, just like rubbing his head, just trying to remember, and like put on his clothes, and he left. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Never talked about it. So
I want to say 4 times. 4 times.
I'm not sure if my dad cried at my sister's funeral. Like I know it happened. I just at the funeral itself. I don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funerals. You don't want to remember. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough not to.
Yeah.
That
What
too.
with the body?
Yeah.
That's too.
so are you saying it wasn't you didn't put the fun back in funeral?
Not so much this one. No.
Oh, my funeral is gonna be so fun.
We've talked about it.
Yeah, he's gonna be shot at a cannon, and it's gonna be
I've
called the
heard this.
Holocaust.
Yeah.
I want to steal Nicole Byers' bit. She wants to have googly eyes put on her body.
No.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad.
That is good.
I was like, yep.
I can't.
I don't know. I won't be cremated, so I don't give a fuck.
I mean, you can have fun before you're cremated.
Sure, but at the end of the day, I'm dead. I don't really care.
Jordan's gonna be cremated, but he's still
He's gonna get shot out of a cannon.
he's still having fun with it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, did you listen to our the science one? If you sell your body to science podcast?
No.
Oh, you can make so much money.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, but the problem with the selling the body, like when you donate, you give them all they get carte blanche to do what they want, and sometimes it may not be what you think you want it to be. So like Dawn wants to be one of those life body tour
in
shows.
museum.
Yeah. I think they just. It may not happen.
Yeah.
So
well,
you're
what if they
you
try to cut you and then they mess up?
Hey,
and then
pay
they
me
decide,
now.
well,
Don't give
gotta-
a fuck later.
Well, no,
Yeah.
sure, but like it would just be really fun. Like you're like, oh, my dream is to give my body the
Yeah.
science to solve something, and the next thing you know, you're on display in Ohio and you're drinking tea and you never
in a
drank
dog
tea.
food
Yeah,
can.
it's stuff weird like that.
That's fine. I'm not there anymore.
No, and I don't have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to be a donor, and then I was just like,
You're not a donor?
no,
Fucking monster.
You can
Dude.
change that back.
bitch. I
Yeah.
just gave
What do you-
money to the koalas.
are
One
you
of us
gonna-
is
what are you
more
gonna do
not a
with your
monster than
shit?
the other. Because I don't want them to do things with I don't want. Like I'd want it to go to somebody,
Yeah, donor.
but it doesn't always go to
not
somebody.
to science. Oh, you're talking about like on your driver's license.
Yeah, it doesn't say donor anymore.
No, it's donor for emergencies.
Mine says real ID. You guys do that yet?
Oh, I
No.
need that done.
Go on a Saturday.
I have a passport. I'm okay.
No, you need the real
Oh,
ID.
yeah, you need the real ID starting October next year.
Yes.
That's not what
no,
they told
it's
me
this
when
year.
I went
Oh,
last
this year. Sorry, this year.
They said if you have a passport, you're fine. That's
No,
why I
no,
didn't
that's
have
if
one.
that's if you're going out of the country. If you're
Yeah,
flying
that's
within
what-
the country, you need the real ID.
Yeah, that's new. What is it? 38.
Oh, I ain't
Yeah, it's like
going
38
there
bucks.
soon.
$38.
Yeah, I got no plans to go anywhere.
My
I say that now though.
within the
fucking-
country.
my license experiences expires in 3 months, so I got to do that. Might as well get
Oh,
the new
it's
one.
just gonna get done by itself.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
don't fly anywhere in 3 months.
Oh shit!
We're going to Japan.
Oh yeah, when's that happening?
End of March.
Yeah, end of March,
Yeah.
early April.
That's cool.
Right
I'm
on.
looking forward
I'll
to
find
that.
something.
Arigato.
I'll send you stuff.
Oh wait, did I ever? I know I didn't tell you guys. Did I ever tell you about that crazy Asian lady that wouldn't stop staring us down when we got tacos?
At the same taco place?
No.
Oh no.
They have a lot of taco places.
Dude, look at me.
Oh,
Of course, there's a lot of taco places.
Yeah.
No, we went
Are
to.
they better than here?
No.
Better than badass
Okay.
tacos.
I was like, hold on, what?
Bitch, don't be crazy.
Excuse me?
I was like, don't. I was like, yeah, look into my eye. No, we went to a haunt on Halloween, and we came back, and it was a terrible haunt. So we were like, "Oh, let's go get tacos to, drown our sorrows."
Ease the pain.
Yeah, and we went to get tacos, and this, we pulled up to the taco truck, and we noticed this real tweaky looking Asian chick sitting in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And she started we ordered our tacos and she started walking around the taco truck, but she kept
Doing laps?
kinda, but she kept staring at us real intensely. And then she started mumbling to herself, which kind of sounded like she was speaking in tongues and shit.
Yeah.
And I got one eye on her. Mike's got his hand on his knife because he's ready to attack. And I'm like, I think you're fine. And
Calm
I know, right? And,
metal
and
as
Scott's
fuck.
just not making eye contact because
That's why he's Black Mike.
Yes, God forbid, don't make eye contact with another person. And so there, and she starts yeah, no, I'll protect you. I'll protect you from all the spirits. And then she looks at Mike. She goes, you look strong. You'll
look like you
protect
could
us.
protect
And she looks at me and
yourself.
she goes, hipster. I was like, I'm like, bitch, because I
nailed it.
because I got a beard. I'm like, cool. She didn't even look at Scott, but she kept crouching down in kabuki position, and then she would crawl across the
Can you
parking
explain
lot.
a kabuki
I can't.
position?
You would know it if I saw it, but I can't right now because I'm sitting down on the high chair.
You can't audibly describe it.
It's where you it looks like The Grudge. I can't. Where you get on
All right,
all
so,
fours and you extend your hands on the ground
On all
and
fours, but it's hands and feet, not
she's
hands
just
and
crawling?
knees.
Yeah.
So she's doing the lazy jackal.
I don't.
No, I don't know what that is either. Now I'm confused on this
But
side.
anyway, so she's just doing the shit, and then we started under our breath, because we started laughing a little bit because it got real weird, and under our breath, one of us was like, "Arigato," and it just kind of went from there. But I went into the
Not racist.
huh?
Not racist.
I didn't say this wasn't, but we went into the. I went to the gas station that was by the plate, and I was just like, "Hey, just out of curiosity, does this chick
You know this
come
person?
this and do this a lot?" And he was just
She a
like,
regular?
he was like, "No." I was like, "Okay, well, she's out there kind of harassing your customers, crawling on the ground. She's clearly having some sort of trouble.
Yeah.
Do you want to I don't know, call the cops or
Yeah.
anything?" And he
Just
literally
someone-
goes, "No." Okay, so
It's going to run off business.
I was like, "Cool."
They see a cop car?
I was like, "Got it."
She'll be gone in 5 minutes.
I was gonna ask if she needed help or if she was okay, but to be honest with you,
You also don't want to be involved.
I didn't want to get involved, and my
That's
order
fair.
was
That's
up,
fair.
so I was like, "We're gonna go." I mean, and she seemed fine, but the joke in the car was what if she knew something we didn't? What if there
Yeah.
are spirits all around us, and she is the chosen one to protect us?
You
And,
can only see it once you go crazy.
yeah. I was like, and now
fair.
we weren't protected.
That's how it works in Bloodborne.
It's like
That's
that little
I
kid
feel
that
like that's
said
a
you're the
game I could
faceless
enjoy.
man. One of
Bloodborne's
these days,
so
you're not
cool.
gonna
You're a
have a face.
faceless man.
Yeah, the Coco's kid.
Sorry, wait, what?
The kid at Coco's that called you faceless man.
Oh yeah, that was weird. So
That's
So-
a word for it.
yeah, we were at a Coco's, eating
was like
whatever
years
we're
ago.
eating.
I was going to say because where's a current Coco's?
Yeah.
There's one near my house actually.
I was like, because I need some pie, bitch.
So
So
there's one in La Mesa still.
You think
No.
so?
No,
I think
not
a
in La
lot of them
Mesa.
are gone.
is the one in Claremont still there? Well, we're in the one in Claremont.
Anyway.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, that's the
Anyway,
one.
so
No,
I'm
that's
like-
gone. That's a
I'm like,
Chick-fil-A now.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. Go in the bathroom. I do my business. I'm washing my hands. This Asian kid. Oh man, he walks in through the door. I turn and look at him. He looks at me. He goes, "Faceless man," and he walks away.
Was there an actual child? Did you see him later in the restaurant?
I don't remember seeing him.
The weird thing is that when he left, he went through a wall.
Jordan,
That's
Dead
the crazy
giveaway.
part of the story.
Like, what the fuck?
you had an honest moment where he looked back in the mirror to just
Yeah,
see
no,
if his
I
face
have to
was
look in my
there.
mirror. I have to look in the mirror, just like I had to be sure.
No, yeah,
alright?
no, that's
No,
fair.
that's solid.
What do
You're
you
like,
If a
mean?
child
is it-
looks you dead in the
That's
eyes,
logical.
it's faceless,
Yeah,
man.
is it?
Because a
that?
child would
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah,
That's true.
because children can't lie.
They don't give a fuck.
They tell you the truth, whether you want them to or not.
That's
worst.
very true. Little.
Why'd you
fuckers.
get fat? Like, thanks, cousin.
Oh.
What?
Wow,
I didn't do
you're
it on purpose.
big.
Like,
What?
You're
Aren't you a little
ugly.
asshole?
Thank you.
And then you just whisper in the air, "You were a mistake."
Yeah, right.
You're adopted.
Just push him over.
I'll murder you in your sleep.
How long are you guys going to be in the land of Japan?
Like 2 weeks, like
Right.
10 days.
Yeah, that's cool.
Man,
Yeah.
what am
Yeah.
I going to do? I have to get all my other friends in here.
You're just gonna miss
Both
us
of
on
them.
one Tuesday.
Oh, is it only one Tuesday?
Yeah.
We could.
What are you giggling at?
Maybe I'll come
Wait.
down. I don't know.
I was gonna say we could record the Monday, but no, it would.
No.
That Monday we're going up to Vegas.
We're
Why?
flying out of
We're
Vegas.
flying out of
there you-
Vegas.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Because
why?
wait, it's like $100
Take it off.
cheaper.
Cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're going to Tokyo.
that it?
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Then Disney Sea.
What?
Yeah, we're going to Disney Sea.
Fuck you.
I'll
They got a
bring
Star
you
Wars land over
something
there?
back, possibly.
They have well, they're building Super
Huh?
Mario Land.
Do they have a Star Wars over at the
No.
Think
Japan
so.
Disney?
No.
Okay.
But Disney Sea's really cool. Like the whole concept behind it's really neat what they did. So that should be cool.
I still know
I could
nothing
bring you a
about
Starbucks
Disney
thing because I think you said you were collecting them.
I'll take whatever you get.
Okay.
Shit. No, Disney Sea's neat. You should
Yeah.
look into it, like so you know what to do there.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it is what the Magic Kingdom is here.
Yeah.
Because that's when they brought it over there. It was like the East wanted what the West had.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is designed that way. But it's still very cool. I think it's yes.
Question. Just for my own clarification, is it Disney letter C or Disney SEA?
I thought it was SEA.
It is because they built
Water.
it where there was a stretch
Water
of water
world.
was, and they took out the water.
Didn't know that.
Yeah,
Atolla.
it's built where like there was no room.
Yeah.
And the guy, it's on the Disney Plus documentary. You know why? It's fascinating. The guy they were
wow.
over a helicopter. They were like, "Too bad there's a sea there." And the guy goes, "We can move it."
Not for long.
Yeah.
I thought it was a letter C. I was like, I guess it stands for something.
Yeah, because I could.
No, it's sea.
I
Disney-
rationalized
yeah.
it both ways.
Disney Compact.
Because like Japan, a lot of water. Like maybe it's just coastal.
Yeah.
and that made sense. And then Disney see the letter. I'm like, all right, well, America, Euro, then Japan. I think was the order.
ABC.
So, ABC.
No,
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Japan actually came first.
Oh, my bad.
Well
Yeah.
then.
Well, after
No.
America, they're
Yeah.
the first outside.
America, Japan,
then Euro? Singapore.
Shanghai. I don't.
Or
believe
Shanghai?
there's Shanghai. There's not one in Singapore.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I was trying to.
There
figure out.
is. I think it's the same Magic Kingdom. I'm not positive. One of the Magic Kingdoms in one of the Asian countries. I can't remember if it's China or Japan at the moment. But one of them, their haunted mansion is stopped. Like it's the 1990s. They've never updated it.
Oh.
So it's whatever you saw as you were a kid.
Yeah.
And they've never updated. They refuse to update it for
Yeah.
some reason.
So it's
Like
So,
they maintain it.
They maintain it, but it's
But
the
they-
whole park
yeah.
is stuck in like 1993. Like just the way that everything looks is what you grew up with, but
Yeah.
what we grew up with version.
I
like,
have
that's
like an
kinda
idea
cool.
of what I feel
it's
like
very
I'm gonna
like
see.
I watched
but
a recent video and I was like, oh my god, it is not. It is exactly what I watched as a kid. Like it's really crazy, but they've never updated it. But
Yeah.
like, I think it's China or
Shanghai, China.
One of the other parks, they didn't know they don't have a haunted mansion. They have this something called Mystic Manor because they didn't understand what an old Southern mansion
What a
is. Like, they
plantation
were
is.
like,
Yeah.
they're like, this doesn't work here. So
Yeah.
let's try.
Surprised it works
this,
anywhere
you
outside
know.
of America.
It kind of doesn't. Well, France has the Wild Wild West like saloon.
Oh, with
my
Will
And
Smith?
you go
That's
into like a
gotta be
saloon
bananas.
thing. Oh, watch the video. It's fucking crazy. They just updated it like 3 months ago. It's beautiful.
Does they have Cisco there for some reason?
yeah.
Oh, I want to go to.
Going straight.
I want to go to the Euro one real
Interesting.
No, was it? I can't remember which one's getting it. One park is getting an Arendelle.
Oh,
Wow.
And then another park is getting
Norway.
a Zootopia.
Okay.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping they would get rid of Mickey's Toontown and build
Toontown's gotta
Zootopia.
go.
Oh, it's getting a real big refurbishment.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They're
wow.
putting in like a whole new ride. And Toontown's about to come back in a big, big way.
Bulldoze that motherfucker.
Yeah, I agree. I recently went to it and I was like, uh-huh.
What they gonna do?
Cool.
Put Steamboat Willie back?
You can throw a football from one end to the other. Like, it's not like
Yeah.
a lot.
Well, they're gonna build. It's called. It's a new Mickey Mouse virtual something rides being put in there.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
a lot of money's about to be poured into Toontown and Fantasyland.
Fantasyland I'm fine with.
Well, they're closing down certain rides and giving them the digital overhaul.
Okay.
So they're just like Snow White's going to still be
Updating.
there, but it's going to be
Yeah.
updated.
And just updating the rides mechanics.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I think Disney's been like 5 years for me.
Yeah, it's been
The
a while
last
for me,
time
too.
since I went.
Like maybe 6,
No.
7 years.
How many weeks has it been for you?
2.
6.
6?
Yeah.
Wow. Slacking.
I know. I'm not going to get to go this month.
Just
I
saving
just
up
saw the prices for the
saving
annual
up for the
pass.
Resistance?
Well, I mean, Resistance opens next week.
Yeah. Wait, end of this
Saturday,
week, isn't it?
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know people who are going this weekend. I'm not one of them. I got to work all weekend. No, my boss is going to Hawaii next week. I got to cover the whole fucking store for a week. No, I'll go in February when it calms down slightly, and I can go on a weekday, and perhaps not a lot of people are hopefully there, and maybe the bugs have been worked
Fingers
out.
crossed.
You know,
Speaking
I
of
watched the ride through from Florida.
Does it look cool?
Yeah, there's some stuff in it where I was like, cool, that's a drop, great. So
In like quality, you think?
no, like
In the ride.
Oh,
there's a drop.
Okay.
You
So,
know, I don't do drops.
So speaking of Star Wars, have you played Jedi Fallen Order?
Bitch, I won that shit. Don't come at me like that. What's up, man?
I don't think that was a threat, but
I apologize. Yes, Jordan, I have.
Leland came in real hot.
So, it was really good.
Yeah, I'm about like 3 hours into it. I really, really like it.
It's real good.
So good.
Yeah, 3 hours. You scratch nothing.
Yeah, I know.
because
I spent 40 minutes fighting Ogdo Bogdo,
the what?
the giant frog.
Is that what that thing's called?
Ogdo Bogdo.
Oh, I just call it Giant Frog.
So I'm playing on Jedi Master, so it's just like
Oh yeah, you do that stupid thing where you make it real hard.
you hit twice and you
He's
die.
good at
But
video games, though.
Yeah, I know he is. I'm not. I will keep it at the standards.
That's the Explorer.
and,
Do you do the Explorer version?
well, in Jedi Fallen Order, there's story mode, which
like-
is it's
Oh, go ahead.
combat is nothing, and it's mostly
Yes.
about the story. Then there's Padawan, and then Jedi Master, then Jedi Grandmaster.
I think I would do story mode, honestly.
I did the Padawan
Yeah.
for most of it.
Yeah,
Boss fights got real hard.
yeah,
So I
see.
would take it down to story mode.
yeah.
And then I would switch it back to Padawan to continue on because I like a challenge.
Yeah.
But I get real frustrated if I can't beat it in 3.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, you made it too hard. Like I am doing all the correct things.
Yeah.
But stop. Like I get real mad. Like I was telling you when I saw you recently in December.
Yeah.
For what's
Darksiders.
I can't beat that level. It's a dead game for me at this
Yeah.
point. And they make them so hard sometimes. It was like, I want to enjoy this, but now I can't. I gave
I
you
do
money.
story.
So it's the Kraken, right? Are you on land when you're fighting it?
Yeah, I mean her ankles are in water, but like it's not underwater. It's on
Yeah.
land. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember because I beat the game.
yeah,
I'm trying
which
to
is
remember
just upsetting to me because they make these things too fucking hard.
I mean, he beat it.
Yeah, but he's real.
Yeah, but
good.
he doesn't count.
Whoa.
He's not human.
Yeah, Jordan's like a god when it comes to games.
I mean, it depends. Like
You don't
some
give
days
yourself
I have
enough
real
credit.
good days on Overwatch where I'm like, I am a god in this game.
I'm worth at
And then the
least
next
3/5
day, it's
a
like,
person.
Come on, man. You get like shitty teams,
Yeah.
people who like you catch that guy running into a wall and he doesn't
Oh, yeah.
move. You're like, what motherfucker? What are you doing?
Oh, I know. I play Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's just I ain't even opened that thing yet.
Oh, I
I've
love
been
that
playing
game so
it.
much.
It's fun.
A guy gave it to me for free at the store, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'll get to it." I didn't get to it. Well, I probably never will, but
I'm lucky this computer runs this podcast. Much less like thinking about a mouse shooter, like
Yeah.
a PC shooter.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring it in. Let's finish this up. Let's talk about our social medias. Leland, you have been very busy with your art. You've rediscovered through the magic of sketching on your tablet.
Your art's
And
really
you've been
good.
killing
Sketching? Fuck sketching. I'm doing masterpieces.
it. You've been back at it through December
I'll
and
never
and
touch
January.
paper again. Paper's for fools.
And this month you've been doing a Star Wars 30-day challenge.
Yeah, that no one asked. This is like no one asked for that.
Just made it up.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm gonna make up stuff. Do.
That's fine.
Yeah, I want to do a
Something.
vampire one now after watching fucking What We Do in the Shadows,
Right on.
and I want to do that D&D one.
February's for vampires.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have a
I kind
lot.
of feel February is good for
Oh
vampires.
yeah, no, I got a lot of challenges coming
Yeah.
up. Plus, there's stuff I just want to do.
Yeah.
You know, Inktober, of
Yeah.
course. They're
Yeah.
doing their new one. They're doing a full year one called Inktober 52, which is every
a week?
week
Okay.
the guy gives you a prompt. So I started doing that as well.
Domino's still
I wanted to see
being very
Domino.
timid.
Domino's walking. I looked over at him. He looked at me back. He was like 1 foot in.
He wants to come in so badly.
Yeah, so like their first word was flight. Mm-hmm. I really couldn't come up. Sometimes I feel so like not a creative.
You did the flight of
Beer.
drinks,
flight
though.
of beer.
Yeah, I thought that was super clever.
Sure, but it was. I couldn't really because I was just like I just don't feel like drawing in with flying.
I felt it was clever.
The
It
next
was
one's Shadow.
Of war.
of the Empire.
Oh yeah.
Too
Of
much
the
Star-
hegemon.
Too much Star Wars right now. I saw it again today too.
Did you?
Yeah,
I've been wanting to go back. I just haven't done it. Like
I'll
I've
be
got
honest. I didn't like
got
it as much as I liked it the first
I've got a
time.
gift card for AMC.
I realized how long it was. There's a lot going on here.
I didn't notice it the first time.
Yeah, first time I was all in. I kept looking for Kevin Smith. I didn't see him in that fucking scene. He was like, I'm in that dance scene. I was like, cool. I looked I didn't see his ass. I was like, well, motherfucker, where you at?
I cried
He's all
a
skinny
lot.
now. He's
I
tough
know
to
it's hard
find.
to tell. I'm like, are you an alien? I don't know. He did say the Jamie Oliver was one of those stormtroopers. He's like an Australian chef or something.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay. I guess when you that rich, you can just be like, hey, I want to be in Star Wars. Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of stormtroopers to voice, and they all sound pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I mean, they put Jason Sudeikis in the Mandalorian,
Dude.
and he punched the shit out of Baby Yoda.
Whole time I was like, motherfucker, don't punch that goddamn thing again.
I could see the internet getting madder as I
yes.
watched it.
yeah.
Yeah. It just the whole time I was like,
This is gonna be a meme.
this is gonna be a bad meme.
So where does
Anyway, you can check it out. Leland Pierce Art, Facebook, Instagram. It is what it is.
It is very good.
I appreciate that.
I've been enjoying it.
It's the first time in a while I've actually been like, oh, hey.
You're real back into
Yeah,
making
but
art
it's
again.
taken away from other stuff in my life, though. Like, it's just, goddamn,
A little less Overwatch time ain't too bad.
Oh, shit, I haven't played for years. I mean, days. Years. Since Christmas. I had to get all the Christmas skins.
Yeah, but now there's nothing until
Yeah,
whatever the spring
Lunar
thing
New
is.
Year or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that coming up? Like, I don't know. I'm not-
Yeah, pretty sure.
Wait, yeah, I think Chinese
Is
New Year's
now?
now.
No,
All right, so I
I'm
think it's
not
Oh,
the
sure.
20th or something.
Ah, fuck
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah, you
They
can-
rarely have
I
very
mean,
great skins.
Look, you can follow them if you want or not. I'm cool.
I suggest everyone to do so.
I mean, it's probably
Yeah.
it was one of those things like people are like, oh, you should set up an Etsy page. I'm like, okay, I don't know how to sell you what I did though.
I mean, you just make a print.
How does one do that?
You send it to copy it.
Yeah, you bring it somewhere and then they
You
put it on
who makes the
cardstock
free,
or
who
whatever.
who makes the business cards?
Oh,
FedEx.
I forget.
Sure,
I don't know.
I don't know how to make that a thing.
I printed
Also,
my
I'm like, do
business
I
cards
now
at
have to
Staples.
like go? I have to do the hard work.
If
and
you do
printing
Etsy,
it?
yes.
I have to
Yeah.
print it. I have to
Yes.
send it.
You have
I
to have the stock. You
fuck,
have to mail
man.
it out.
Yeah, I don't got no stock for that shit.
I mean, I really like the concept that you've had of doing your own greeting cards.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
you
that's
should
pretty
make
great.
us
But, you know, I
greeting
spoke to
cards.
I had a buddy who spoke to a greeting card store, and they were like, "No one buys greeting cards."
No, like that's I always assumed you would do it online.
yeah.
I don't know. I just don't, they were like, men do not buy cards. Cards aren't a thing anymore. And
I think
was
it's
like, don't-
niche.
It's a very niche market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
That's what you put on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know if you'd ever like quit your job doing it, but
No, why would I need money.
clearly it doesn't make enough money.
There's
But
no money in art.
I think
know.
it's
And
it'd be fun.
one motherfucker's like, "Oh, you should think about going into animation." Bitch, I'm 40. I can't just stop.
Go back to school.
Like, motherfucker, it ain't realistic to just go. Oh, you're right. I should go make cartoons.
I don't
Well,
know. I think you could do a lot. You could do greeting cards. A lot of people do those things online where like they'll give you a theme and then you'll just make them cartoon versions.
Ooh, what about
Like I've seen a lot of people have been doing that for like Futurama characters and
how about
Rick and
Like draw
Morty.
people's D&D characters.
Yeah.
how about making thumbnails for my YouTube channel?
Ooh, can you make me a cartoon version? I've been doing videos.
Just like me.
Yeah, do some free graphic design.
I don't know what any of those words mean. Well, you can use that ghost thing now. I don't care.
Can I? Okay.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm having a real hard time with the colors. On
That's fair.
Yeah. Apparently, all my grays have hues of blue.
That makes
That's
sense.
okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
It's not fine. That's not the interpretation I'm going for.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm constantly asking one or the other two roommates. I'm like, is this right? And they're like, did you want it to be all blue? No. Then no. Cool. I was like, Palpatine. Oh, he's not gray? Awesome. Used a lot of gray on that one.
He's gray.
He is
Well,
great.
he is now because I fixed it. But I'm just saying, like, before, a lot of blues.
Since you're doing Star Wars stuff, I'm playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I'm putting it on my YouTube channel. You can make me a Star Wars character.
Okay.
Not Mace Windu though. Don't be racist.
Yeah, I tried drawing him the other day.
Yeah,
Man, Sam Jackson is a really hard dude to draw.
he has a very
He's got a lot of bumps.
yeah.
Like he's got not like in a bad way, but like he's just his
his
head
face.
is real jagged with shapes. I was like, oh no,
Strong
I'm not.
brow and
I was like, I'm not
and
ready for
cheekbones.
Sam Jackson
Yeah.
face. This is too hard. And then I drew like a generic black dude. I was like, oh well, now I just feel like this is wrong. Like I was like, all right, it's not cool. I just deleted that shit. Right? I was like, delete. We don't need that up there. Yeah. It's like I'm not gonna try to draw Rose Tico anytime soon. See how that goes.
All right. So one more time, your social media.
Leland Pierce art.
There we go.
Steph.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter and on YouTube. I do videos sometimes.
You got that menstrual
play
cup
games.
video in the works? Got that menstrual cup video in the works?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. What did you say to her?
Oh, you heard
I
what I
got
said.
a new phone to record with my great ass quality. So yeah, we'll do that.
Both of you get new phones?
We gotta
Yeah.
stop. Wait.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Steph, would you like to inform Leland?
Yeah, I want to do a menstrual cup video,
I don't know
educating
what
people
that
on
means.
menstrual cups.
Well,
It's-
you can
it's
watch
a
this
video
video
you
and
need.
find out what it's about.
Are we talking about your monthly friend?
Yeah.
All right. Not needed at all. Thank you.
Yeah, it's interesting though.
Is it?
Yeah, I bought a
Not-
sanitizer.
You have no use for it.
Yeah.
I bought the sanitizer machine, and I can
mean,
put
this
it in there, and it
isn't-
sanitizes while I shower.
It's a new trend right now.
yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow teach you this shit?
No.
No. I know,
She's
right?
dumb.
I just looked online one time and someone mentioned it, and I was just like, I wonder what they have on Amazon. And I was like, I wonder how this is. And I can't go back.
Yeah, the
Pads,
more,
tampons, I don't give a
yeah,
shit.
they're more
I just use my
eco-friendly,
cup.
they're more comfortable, and all these things. Yeah.
I don't have to worry about 12 hours.
Cool.
It's fantastic.
Leland's so uncomfortable.
And makeup stuff.
No, I'm not
and
uncomfortable.
makeup stuff.
I just have no idea what she's talking about. So
It's just a cup you put in.
I don't. What goes in the cup?
The cup goes in me.
And that is what I thought. So
I didn't know. I couldn't figure out how you could get that wrong.
Yeah.
really wasn't trying to think of it. I just she kept saying, I can't even look at you right now. Like it's like in my mind, there's like a sippy cup in your pussy, and I just can't deal with
Oh,
that.
not like that. It's just like a tiny little cup.
You say cup, and I have a thing. You know what, Jordan? What are your social medias?
You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear. Watch my videos on YouTube. I'm putting up highlights from my streams. Watch my goddamn streams.
Watch his goddamn streams.
Twitch.tv/Jordan is a Bear.
Buy his goddamn shirt.
Buy my goddamn shirts on Amazon.
Oh, you have shirts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have some shirts on Amazon. Yeah.
Leland doesn't stick around to the end of the podcast.
No, because you guys meander for
Is
like
it
45
everyday
fucking
difficulty?
minutes.
Yeah, just if you search up everyday difficulty shirt on Amazon, it should pop right up.
You can
Leland's
get them in different
currently-
colors.
Every day.
And if you want to become one organism with me, then find me at Graphite Night on the Twitter and Spookington on the Instagram.
I love
Leland.
It's the best.
Well, I know it's you.
Yeah, but you keep messaging so goth shits bats.
It's the only one I got.
Oh, you still get notified and you can't even do anything
No,
with
no,
it?
no, no. Graphite Night is the one I'm locked out.
Oh,
of.
okay.
We
gave up on
We made
that.
the gag one, so goth shits bats.
Yeah.
Leland sends all his messages to
I guess
it.
because that's the first one that comes up, so that's
Oh.
just the one I click. I apologize.
That's fair.
Everyday difficulty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spelled it right.
It's with like shirt at the end of it,
And if
Oh,
you
there
had
it is.
or sweater.
Damn, $25.
Yeah, I didn't want that price. I wanted it way cheaper.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Did you ever buy one?
No, it's $25.
I would rock a beanie if you guys had beanies.
$15.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
what is
that
this
makes sense.
for?
Just to do
Nothing.
it.
It's just the design that I made, and
Oh, okay. So,
that my buddy.
It's not promoting anything.
okay, I didn't know if this was like your work or something.
No.
No, they
Is
just
that a
decided they
donut?
wanted to do it.
Is that a donut and a fortune cookie? What am I looking at?
Donut.
No, it's a little fox boy.
It's a little fox.
Not a bear? Because you a bear?
Well, no, I haven't made the bear character yet, but yeah. So if you look at it,
You can do that for him.
the fox in the middle separates the two colors, so you can see the E and the D for everyday difficulty.
Oh, I see it now that you said it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Do a little skull.
I get a black
skull.
sweater with a little thing.
Yeah, like especially with your art, you could make money with Amazon. Just
Yeah.
you have to apply for the thing.
I'm
they'll-
just lazy.
Yeah.
So if you've enjoyed all of this nonsensical musings about all kinds of things, you can find the collective of us at LORC Podcast on all the social medias, the Facebook, the Instagram, and the Twitters. You can email us if you have a list like Anna did for us. If you
That's
have
right.
any interesting facts about yourself, Steph still wants to know them.
Yeah, I want to know stuff about you.
Or if you just want to,
Where you live, what you
email
drive.
somebody. Find us at LORC at gmail.com.
Email somebody.
And subscribe to us on all the subscribable places for podcasts.
Yes.
So, Leland, always a pleasure when you are in town. Everyone, if you have enjoyed Leland's shenanigans, go deep into the vault and dig out some Leland classics. My favorite still being
Pizza sex.
Come for the Leland, stay for the pizza, or stay for the pizza, come for the Leland. Yes, pizza sex.
Yeah, but that was... I was still living here when that one came out.
Yeah, but still one of my favorites. Not on Anna's list, though.
Yes.
Who's Anna?
Anna is one of our more recent fans and jumped up to superfan number 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did she listen to all of them?
She
Yes.
sure did.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
she
she
did.
is
And
aware
she-
of me then.
Yeah.
Which she enjoys you.
I'm sorry.
She went back and told us when Steph first guessed, once she becomes a regular, she gave us a
Right.
top 5
Yeah.
of her favorite episodes.
I
cool.
came after 10.
On 10. 10
On
is like
episode
your
10 was when I came
official.
oh.
I thought 10 was the first sighting, and then
No,
like,
3 and 4 were.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Really? For
Because
some
Steph was
reason,
driving Jordan, and she was just sitting here.
I just assumed you were always on it.
I mean, she pretty much has by 10.
Yeah.
Like we're
Well, sometimes I
140
came up with like ideas
now.
to do while I
Really?
dropped you off, and then it was just
Wow.
like, "Where's Steph?" Oh, she's just outside. Next time, just come in. I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Yeah.
All right.
Sit in the car for 2
We'll
hours.
wrap this shit up.
So until next week, I'm Anthony,
I'm Jordan.
I'm Steph.
I'm Leland.
and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.